Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm
I've been ready 2 years ago. Let's line them up, the top 5 guys. You already know.
Spence, Ugas, Porter, Crawford winner.
Spence, Ugas, Porter, Crawford, Keith Thurman. Y'all know I'm coming. Philly in the building. We taking over this welterweight division. Let's get it.
Well, that's an awful lot of names. Can you narrow it down in your mind who you'd like?
I'm ranked number 3 in the IBF, so Earl Spence.
All right. Sounds good. Congratulations, Boots. Fun to watch.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this. TheBoxingVoice.com. Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people?
Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem Rowan, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida. Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuts, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amina of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Super Matt, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
Jesus' name. Without Chai, it ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish, Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida.
Intrigue, the Incredible, straight out the ATL.
James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Mide from London, UK.
Checking in from Tennessee, it's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that Boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
Well, I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and french fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C. Y. E.
California. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, where we're going to be talking the fact that Keith One-Time Thurman is going to be battling rising star Tim Tszyu. So we're asking the question, where's that leave Jaron Boots Ennis? Now, there's been heavy rumors last year circulating that possibly Jaron would get Mario Barrios, which is a common opponent with Keith Thurman. But that is a Al Heyman fighter. That's a Louis DeCubas Jr. managed fighter. Can Jaron Ennis get his hands around a Mario Barrios, or will it be a Rashidi Ellis, Canadia's Cody Crowley, or does he get lucky and get his original opponent that he wanted, WBA champion, regular champion, and Mantis Stanionis, which for Jaron could be the biggest fight available to him. But this is what we're going to be talking about. Obviously, the PBC broke news. And I say the PBC because now, at this time, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock on the West Coast, it is 100% official. Press releases have been sent out. Kelly Swanson sent me a press release. Premier Boxing Champions posted it on their official social medias, both Twitter and Instagram. So Keith One-Time Thurman is the fight. And guess what? He's the A side. The official press release from from Premier Boxing Champions, it's titled Thurman versus Tszyu, Rolly versus Pitbull. And this is the words. Stacked night of star-studded showdowns. Highlight PBC's pay-per-view available on Prime Video. Saturday, March 30th from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Two-time welterweight champion Keith Thurman battles undefeated rising star Tim Tszyu in the main event. So it's not Tim, the A-side, oddly enough. But that is only being brought up because everyone wanted Thurman to take that Jaron Boots Ennis fight. He obviously had a bigger fight on the horizon. They got him the Tim Tszyu fight. It's bigger, both here in America, because that is the son of a legend, and globally, internationally, because that's a son of a legend. He's from Australia. He brings a country. Things that we used to like to say about Manny Pacquiao. But the question still remains, what does Jaron Boots Ennis do next? Is it Cody Crowley, Rashidi Ellis, Mantis Stenonius, or does he get lucky? And can he actually get a Mario Barrios? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Louis DeCuba's fighter, you know, been on pay-per-view, fought Tank, fought Thurman. Will they sacrifice Mario Barrios to Jaron Boots Ennis? Is that what's in play for Marios? I don't think so. I really don't think so, but we will have to wait for that to unfold. What I will tell you is that today at 7:30, 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, we will be having Faiga Opelu on the show. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we'll have Sean McCallum on the show, who's going to be taking on Diego Pacheco on the Richardson Hitchens card. Sean is your co-main event. Faiga Opelu is trained by Ronnie, and it looks like he has a Pro Box card that he will be fighting on. So we look forward to getting him back on. He had a great fight with Brandon Glayton. If you watch boxing, you've seen him there. So, you know, this is what we're talking about. What's next for Boots Ennis? Phone lines is open. Talk to me. D-Block, what up?
Hey, what's up, Ness? I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for letting me call in, man. It's inevitable. It's D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Bill, Baltimore. Thanks! What's up, my brother? You doing good tonight, man?
You know it, champ.
Man, I'm going to tell you like this, man. I think at the end of the day, I think they thought Ugas was going to beat Barrios, man. Let's be real with that. I really think that PBC was hoping that Ugas was going to go in there and use, Barrios as a stepping stone too, man. Just like they fed him to Tank Davis, just like they fed him to Keith Thurman. I mean, they're going to feed him to Boots, man. That's what's going to happen. They're going to feed him again. They got no respect for Barrios, and I'll be honest with you. All them PBC fighters, I got no respect for them at all, man. Lame ducks out there, man. They just want to fight whenever they want to fight. Al Heyman want to give you whenever he wants to give you whatever it is. At the end of the day, it is one of the lamest pay-per-view events I could say coming out. Tszyu is going to do what his dad did to Zab Judah. He's going to knock that. He's going to hit that. He's going to hit Keith Thurman so hard, he ain't going to know where he came from. I'm telling you right now, this is the lamest pay-per-view event fight, and this is what Amazon is giving us, and this pay-per-view. I mean, and Keith Thurman is going up. He's been out for a while, and he's going to fight this champion at 154. Nez, explain this to me, my brother.
I mean, you know, Keith Thurman is popular, man. He's been the inaugural for PBC quite a few times. Obviously, you know, nostalgia plays a role here, and the fact that they're trying to build the rising star. But it's more about what does Al Espinoza and Jaron Boots and his father have in store for Jaron now that Keith Thurman is off the table.
Yeah, and that's where Barrio steps in, man. Like you know what I mean? I feel like that's the fight that got to be made. PBC's gonna make it, and I feel like they're gonna use him, man. At the end of the day, I mean, Barrio says He's been exposed by a certain degree of fighters of how you could fight him and beat him. He's been beat before. He's beatable. So, and I'm sorry to say that. And I'm Mexican-American, man. Go ahead, Ness.
So you think Al gives Barrios to Jaron? Because, I mean, there's been no official announcement of Jaron Ennis signing to Al Heyman and PBC. I just don't see him getting that big of a name. Like, up until now, I think the biggest name that Al gave him is Sergey Lipinets.
Let me ask you something, Nez. This is weird since we talking about this situation with Al Heyman and Boots. Now, we know Boots Ennis is his own identity there without the PBC stable, but they got him there for a reason. Do you really think that they want to give him an actual? What I'm saying is, why hasn't Boots signed with Al Heyman yet, Nez?
Honestly, I think it has something to do with Espinoza, you know. Maybe Espinoza has reassured them that they are good because of his relationship with Al is the only thing I could think of, but it's also the only hurdle. Like, you can't imagine a guy as, you know, athletic, skilled as Boots being part of the PBC officially and not getting a little bit more shine. I mean, I'm not going to say he's Tank, but he's Tank, right? Like, he's from Philly, he's got power, he's flashy. If they gave him more airtime, maybe they can build him. But don't forget, we're going to be having two guests, Faiga Opelu in the cruiserweight division in about 15 more minutes. Plus, we're going to get Sean McCallum in the super middleweight division who's taking on Diego Pacheco on the Matchroom card. Right now, we're taking calls for anybody that wants to call in and give me your opinion on who you think Jaron Ennis will get from the PBC. We got Coach Javier Caputillo sending at $5. He says, you know, Luke Santamaria always been available. Yeah, that's the fight that Boots don't want. You know, you guys been calling him out for a while. And the thing is that the boxing public, they assholes, right? They see Luke with a few draws and a few losses. They not looking at Luke as a threat. But truth be told, Luke did not get knocked out by Jesus Ramos. Luke beat Ramos's cousin. You know, Luke arguably, definitely, in my opinion, and others, got robbed in the Paul Crow fight. I mean, you know, Luke brings a lot to the table. I guess the best thing is that he is a natural welterweight, right? I'm going to double check that in case Luke ain't slide a 140-pound fight on me. But, like, at least it would be a natural welterweight with Boots. You know, he did fight that in Van Heerden, but it was a no contest. You know, you got Luke Santamaria that moved all the way up to 54 and battled Jesus Ramos. And he has fought as high as 54 in the past. Like, his first 3-4 fights was 54. So, you know, solid test, just not a big name. I know that Luke is about to get a fight on Pro Box. He's going to have to keep shaking it out and, you know, making noise. But I don't think Boots is going to look backwards. Now, Louis DeCubas could always give that to Boots. And then, you know, a guy like Luke would have to show out. AC, talk to me. AC on Discord.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, man, I'm glad you came to me early, bro, because I don't want to really disrail your show, but I just had the craziest boxing conversation. I'm talking to somebody about this Tszyu Thurman fight, man. I'm telling them I don't really think it's a good fight. You know, they start asking me what fights could they make. I was like, man, you know, PBC got Jamel. You know, they got Bud. Shit, they was just about to make a fight with Ortiz and Stan Yoni, so they could make an Ortiz fight, even Spence. But he's telling me, man, I just hate PBC and shit like that. So we kind of go back and forth in this conversation for a minute, man. And he just keep repeating that same thing. You just don't like PBC. So I asked the dude, right? Hey, man, if Earl Spence and Bud Crawford was a highly anticipated fight, if them dudes would have fought on Top Rank and not PBC, would you have still watched that fight? And Buddy told me, hell no, I wouldn't watch that fight, man. I only watch PBC. Now, I know a lot of your callers, man, be on this PBC shit. And I hope these dudes is not at that level of ridiculousness, man. But I just had to say that shit, bro, because that was the craziest shit that I've heard in a while. Shit blew my mind. Motherfucker told me they wouldn't have watched Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence if it was on another network besides PBC. The groupie is real out here, man. That shit crazy. But
yeah, I tell you, man, these dudes be gangbanging, bro. They don't care about good fights. They care about the network that they represent on a day-to-day basis on social media platforms, outshining other networks that they dislike.
I'm starting to think half these people who be Tank fans, if Tank would sign a deal with Top Rank so he could fight like Shakur or something, they'd probably stop being Tank fans. That shit crazy. It's wild, bro. This shit really blew my mind. That's the only reason. That shit blew my mind, bro.
Not if it's a cross promotion. Remember, nobody abandoned Wilder. As long as PBC is still involved. And as long as Al Heyman gives the blessing, like you see, they ain't shit on Wilder for going to the zone, and they ain't shit on Floyd for going to the zone. It was okay because Al said it was okay.
Man, that shit is crazy, bro, that people actually think like that. But, man, listen, to the topic, bro, for Boots, I personally feel like if they can make this fight, Boots versus Stanion, I think that's his name. I don't know how you say that shit. He just had that win at the end of the year.
Stanionis.
Yeah. No, not Stanionis. Santion, the dude that's 32-0, who just had that win a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but he would top rank. He would top rank.
Okay. See, that's why I said if they can make that fight, because I mean, Bud Crawford and Spence, they probably moving up, so that'll probably be the next best fight you can make at 147 to me. But that's my call, man. Boots versus Stanion, they should make that fight if they can. But man, this shit crazy.
Yeah. You mean Stantilian? Giovanni Stantilian or Stantilian, something shit like that. Not Stanionis. When you saying Stanionis, you making us think of Imantis Stanionis, the WBA regular champ. But that is a good fight. The issue with your fight, your recommendation is that is a cross promotion fight. So, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Right now, PBC ain't trying to do that. And I'm not saying that like I got inside info, but you tell me, you know what I'm saying? You just did a deal with Amazon. You really trying to bring ESPN in on that deal? Like, it don't even look good to go to your distributor, Amazon, be like, yo, for this one, we gonna work with ESPN. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like that. Tip.
Yo.
We hear you.
Yeah, man. Boots. Boots not so much in a messy situation, but he is. You know what I'm saying? Because the landscape for 147 ain't looking too bad right now. You know what I'm saying? As though Terence Crawford is about to vacate. You got Barrios as a champion. You got Giovanni Santillan as a champion. And you got Amanda Stanionis about to get elevated. And then, over there at the PBC, they do have, I guess, the largest variety of welterweights. So, I mean, they're all fights to make for Boots. I don't think Boots, the Amazon deal is 12 to 14 days, right? But are they all pay-per-view?
Nah. According to Dan Rayfield this afternoon, he's saying that we gonna get free fights leading into the March 30th pay-per-view. And Cesar Martinez is gonna be one of those. That the champion Cesar Martinez. That I think he's with Canelo's trainer Eddie Reynoso.
Yeah, what I think. I was thinking about this. I think they're gonna start pushing a lot of these smaller guys and start getting them busy. And then I guess you could throw a Jaron Ennis on the free card. You know what I'm saying? It'll build his audience for sure. I think that'll do him some justice, especially if you want to build your star. You do want to make him a recognizable name. Yeah.
Versus who though? Versus who? The question is versus who? Like now that Thurman's off the table, who he getting?
Well, I mean, let's go through the rankings. I mean, you gotta go through the rankings, right? Who's in the IBF?
Yeah, right. You know right. Like Thurman was in the rankings.
No. I'm talking about the IBF. Let him defend his belt a couple of times on on the free
But
shows,
champ,
right?
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Zoo not defending his belt. Like, Al got the power to make these dudes do what he want, not what we think is right. So defending your belt is right. That don't mean that's what we gonna get.
I think that belt gonna be on the line regardless. It's got to be on the line. You got to build them over title defenses because it's only gonna make better for a unification later on. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be the right route. Yeah, that's it for the most part. And the Supermax, man, you just sound like a straight hater, bro. Like we gotta stop this shitting on this card, bro. We gotta stop shitting on this card. I think like people gotta look at it from a wrestling perspective, bro. They're here to put on a show, an event. You know what I'm saying? We're not always gonna get what we want. You know what I'm saying? But it is an event. It's a big event. But yeah, that's it. I'll tap back in.
You the man, champ. You the man. Don't forget, phone lines are open. We're going to take a few more calls before our interview at 7:30 with Faiga Opelu. If you are a YouTube member, you could drop him a question. Same thing. If you're a Patreon, head on over to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. Drop him a question. Let him know your name, where you are at, and we're going to ask that question the way you wrote it. Days, Wagwan.
Yeah.
What up, what up?
Nestor Ross Clyde Gibbs. Wagwan, brother.
Chillin'.
All right, big up on ourselves here. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Ness, man. Based off of this car with Keith and Tim Tszyu, bruh, I see this going two ways. The obvious way is Jaron versus Mario Barrios. That make the most sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, had that boy Jaron go after another belt at 147. You know what I'm saying? But based off of what Al Heyman just pulled today with this Keith Thurman shit, I think Al would rather put Jaron in a ring with somebody that has a name, because the problem right now is, like, Jaron, like, he don't got like no solid names on his resume so far, bro. He ain't really fought somebody that people knows. You feel me? So based off this Keith Thurman shit, just hear me out, Ness. I can see Al putting Jaron in the ring with Danny Swift Garcia. Whether that's at one, and I think he's gonna have Danny come back down to 147, bro. I can really see that happening, bro. Put him in the ring with Danny, who's got a name. He's a star. You know, he hasn't been as active as, just like Keith. He's been out. He didn't fight last year. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be a real test for Boots, bro. You know, if Boots could beat Danny Garcia, that's a name. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'll bring a lot of attention.
Bro, I get you wishing on a star and all, but Danny been told the world he not fighting him. And he been said he not fighting Philly versus Philly before there was ever a Boots. Like, I think people asked him about...
Danny ducking a smoke nest?
Bro, before Boots' name existed, I think people asked him that question for Julian Williams. Like, yo, you don't want to go up and fight Julian? He like, bro, we not doing Philly versus Philly. And that was for Julian. Imagine for Boots. You tripping.
Wow. I never knew that, bro. Damn. Well, that's dead then. I guess Mario Barrios, man. I can't see. I don't know what else is out there for Boots, bro.
Bruh, I mean, people keep saying Barrios, but, like, Barrios got the Tank fight. Oh, yeah, that's an Al Heyman fighter. Barrios got the Thurman fight. Al Heyman fighter. Like, I'm not understanding why Al is about to serve Barrios to Boots.
Man, I feel bad for Boots, bro, because Crawford don't want to fight him. Man, I don't know, bro. Yeah, that's all I can say. That's his Barrios, man. That's my call. I don't got nothing else to say, my nigga. I thought I had you with the Danny shit, but I didn't know Danny said no already, bro. So I didn't know that, but that's my call, man. Salute.
All right, champ. Drew, what it do?
Yo, Ness. What up, brother?
Chilling,
Time to
chilling.
cook. You hardworking man over there. I love it. Chip Bayless said to stink like a WWE, and I know what's going on. I see the play. They gonna bring back the Garden City man from Kansas, Vicious Victor Ortiz. Everybody that Al Heyman fights to, all his old guard, they getting the fights, Ness. They getting the dates. We gonna bring back Victor Ortiz for Boots Ennis because he need a name. And real boxing fans are not shitting on the card. We're shitting on the fact that you want me to pay $80 for this basura. Come on, man. This is not an $80 card. So let's just cut the bullshit. But realistically, that's who's there to fight besides Victor Ortiz or Robert Guerrero or Andre Berto? Who is Al Heyman gonna feed to Boots when Boots ain't one of his guys?
I can see Robert Guerrero. Especially like on the free card because they know him and he's Mexican.
And Robert's a name.
Yeah, and to get people to like allegedly they think somehow because that's how they think. They think that a 40-something-year-old Robert on a free prelims is gonna make us be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view because he fighting Boots.
And Boots beat him better than Floyd did. Yeah, you know the logic. But that's all I'm thinking. It has to be one of them. Like my boy Ron Boy Fresh says, Slim, it's got to be a black and brown. So who the
Berto is
guy
a
south of the
Al.
border?
Berto's an Al Heyman guy, so I don't see Heyman forcing Berto to fight. Not forcing, but even offering Berto a Boots fight. I think Berto will get a Barrios fight before Boots.
Exactly. You hit the nail right on the head. So we got to stop. Boots is in a situation where it's his own fault. Didn't you have Paco on one of the episodes saying that Boots and Virgil turned down Mando status for Crawford?
Yep.
So I don't feel sorry for Boots. This is his fault. He could have had Crawford before BLK Prime and during BLK Prime. So Boots has only himself to blame for the situation he's in, and go try to sell us building your platform off of building your name off of fighting 40-year-old Robert Guerrero. That's the freebie that PBC is gonna give to Amazon, and that's gonna help lead in the buys. Like, come on, man. This shit is a joke. Hopefully the Tank card and the Canelo card a little bit better, but this rollout ain't a rollout. You know what I'm saying? Remember when look at every time Turkey Al-Sheikh announced a card officially, don't they have a content package ready? Didn't Eddie Hearn have that video ready when Devin and Regis was official, Ness?
Yeah, because they real promoting. You seen that interview. He said what happened to, titling cards. Like, this should have been called, I don't know, return.
Something, right? But it should be titled with a package deal, with a package video ready to go, right? So Amazon can retweet it on the socials, and we can get the chatter going, and there could be buzz around like, oh, you see the face-off on the video, you see the graphics, you see the editing. But like you said, they're not acting like real promoters. But that's my call.
Yeah, man, that is true. That is very unfortunate. No one can defend that because this is an official announcement. It isn't, leaked information. The press releases went out. The tweets are out. PBC as a company has announced that this fight is taking place officially at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. So, truth be told, he's absolutely right. We should have had a video the way that Devin and Regis did, the way that, Turkey Al-Sheikh has, fight posters and all types of video content for us to screen share. And, it is unfortunate. They could have did something really good with Tim Tszyu, maybe in front of something memorable from Australia. Maybe, I don't know, around a fucking kangaroo or some shit. You had Keith out here in Florida fucking with some alligators and some shit. I don't know. You definitely needed something just to keep up with the times, right? Like, you can't continue to let Turkey Al-Sheikh out promote you But I got Leonard Sterling that says, why the WBA 140-pound title not on press release poster? It's not on the poster, but it is mentioned in the release. When I seen your super chat, I went and read my press release, and it officially says WBA super lightweight world champion Rolando Romero. Now, it does even say the key words, defends his belt. All action, Mexican star, Isaac Pitbull Cruz in the co-main. That means what benefits Al is on board. Shout out to Gilberto Mendoza. You know what I mean? Ishmael Barroso will not be getting an opportunity. Not right now. Mad Bet, $105. Daily Dose of Tanquil. Boots versus Stanionis. Good fight. Tank versus everybody. Timmy putting Keith on the Barbie. Yo, you know, it's funny he said that, right? Because I'm gonna throw out in the air that we get Tank Martin, Boots. If Al is good to Jaron, then we get Boots Barrios undercard. If not, you know, I don't know, Boots versus somebody. FA, what up, brother? Give me 1 second. Let me add you here.
Okay. But can you hear me?
I hear you perfect. How are you?
Very good. I'm great.
So, man, it's been a minute since we did an interview, but you're back in action. I seen that you have a fight coming up with Pro Box, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that this month?
Next month on the 16th.
Next month, February 16th. That is a Friday?
Yeah, on Friday. A day before Tyson Fury Usyk, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, on the 16th.
So, who are you facing?
Ponte, Lucas de Ponte. I think he's from Brazil, I guess. Yeah. They said he's #1 cruiserweight in Brazil, so he's 707 KO, so I think he's durable.
For sure. Now, Pro Box seems to be invested in that cruiserweight division. They had Brandon Glayton there. They had Lawrence Okoli on there. They had
Oh, really?
Who?
I didn't know about Lawrence Okoli.
Yeah, didn't he fight Dave Lightning on there?
No, that was on Sky Sport, I guess.
Okay. Well, I know
Yeah,
Lightning.
that was
I know that guy Lightning fought on Pro Box, and that's how he got that opportunity with Okoli. But yeah, man, I love what Pro Box is doing. I was just actually at their last Wednesday show. What made you go that route, and was it because of Ronnie? Are you still with Ronnie? Because I know he helped Justin Powell though, and the Fighters First, get on Pro Box.
No, they text me directly. I've been it's a long story, man. You know how everything went down. After those two split decision loss, I don't consider them as loss, but and I've been out from the sport. I had a shoulder injury, major surgery. It was terrible. I thought my career was over. I wouldn't lie. And so I was out of boxing. I moved from Houston. I moved down to Nashville, Tennessee to get a surgery actually because I don't have insurance, so I have to pay through my pocket, and you know what that means. Yeah, so that was how I left.
Wait. You moved from Houston to where exactly?
To Nashville, Tennessee. I live in Tennessee right now.
Oh, in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow, so you're not training with Ronnie?
No, I'm not training with Ronnie right now. Well, I'm a Ronnie Sheet student, man. Come on, you already know. I started my professional career with Ronnie Sheets, So Ronnie is like a father to me, man. I'm Ronnie Sheet student forever, and I still have all the Ronnie program in my head. So yeah.
So who is gonna be in your corner?
Jared Houston.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you know about this guy? I mean, all his fights are in Brazil. I don't know any recognizable names. Did any of these names stick out to you in his 7-0 career? But he's got 7 knockouts.
I haven't really looked him up though. I think I watched one of his fight, and that's it. It's really about me, when it comes to fighting, it's about me. I just watch one of his fights just to see if he's vulnerable, if he gets hit, because that's what is important. As long as you get hit, then that's fine. We're gonna hit you anyways. And now I'm coming back with a different mindset because I went through a lot with this surgery and how my business, everything went through the last time with my past manager and everything. I really didn't understand this boxing when I came to America. I never understood the business part of the sport. I didn't know much about professional boxing, believe me, but I just know I can fight and I know I'm a superstar in my head. So, but now I think I've learned so much, and
What part of the business was the biggest surprise for you, and who was your previous manager?
Shelly Finkel. Shelly Finkel
Wow,
was my manager.
wait. So you didn't like the business with Shelly?
It's just when them immigrants come into America and signing those type of contracts, that's not what anybody wants, you know. So I don't
Now,
want to talk much.
let me be clear. Let me make sure because I know when I met you,
Mm,
you were with Ronnie. So were
yeah.
you in one of those situations where your manager, quote unquote, is
Mm,
paying for where you're living, paying for your
yeah,
trainer? Yeah,
exactly.
no. I mean, that's kind of
Exactly.
standard when you don't, like you said, when you're an immigrant and you don't have the money.
Exactly.
Someone has to finance that. So I'm
Exactly.
assuming
So
I'm assuming you didn't know that you had to pay that money back.
yeah, exactly. So I never understood none of those. I'm not against anybody. I'm not trying to say Shelly's a bad guy. It's professional business. He's a professional, Ron is a professional, and I'm a professional. I just didn't understand my part. They understood their part, but I didn't understand my part. So, but I'm glad everything went the way they went, and now I understand. I learned it the hard way, anyways. But sometimes it's good, to get you where you really want to go to. Because if you don't know, you don't know. But now I know. So it's a different ball game right now. Ronnie was the one helping me out financially, when it comes to some points. After fighting and everything, Ronnie have to, you know, make some funds for me to like make me feel good and all that. Because he understood that I was in that situation, and but there's nothing he can do. Ronnie is just my coach. But he did his thing. Respect to him. I really love that man. He did his thing. So
So
now I'm in a new
why
contract. I
why
haven't.
didn't why I mean just to stay there, you love him, you're coming back, you have the shoulder surgery, why not
Yeah.
contact Ronnie to train you again?
I moved from Houston, Texas. I spent a lot of money fixing this shoulder, and I moved from Houston, and I have a 15 months lease here in Nashville, Tennessee. So I don't see I don't see how I can just go back to Houston immediately. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of money and all that. So I'm trying to conserve what I have now and just do what I
No,
got to
I
do.
get you. I get you. You're on the grind.
Mm,
You're on the grind. It must
exactly.
it must be difficult though. Nashville and Ronnie Shields Houston is different. How has the
Exactly.
sparring? How has the sparring
Every,
been?
here or there, here.
Yeah, Nashville.
Sparring has been good. I have like three sparring partners, and yeah, one of them is 10-0, and the other one is 5-0, and we have another fresh guy. So we're just mixing everything up, and it's been good. At least I'm getting the work. I'm feeling better. The training is different. Back in Houston, yeah, the problem I have in Houston was I don't have a strength and conditioner coach. So it was just all boxing. Then I go do my strength and condition by myself. And you know what that means. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just doing it because I
But
have to.
but you had a coach. You had a coach in the beginning. There was a strength coach in the original Plex gym where
Yeah,
you
Plex. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so Rani and Plex they splitted. So Rani went his own way and Plex went their own way. So I was in the middle. I didn't know where to go, so I had to do things by myself. Yeah,
Okay.
I was yeah.
Have you run across this cruiserweight in Tennessee? Have you sparred him? I'm
Who?
gonna screen share now.
I
His
don't really
name
know
is
him.
Rodell Mays. He goes by Rodell Super Mays Hayes. He helped.
No,
He helped. Oh my God, what's his Macabu? He helped Macabu get ready for his fight, and he's from out there. I'm gonna connect you with someone, and just in
please,
case.
please, I will need that. I will need him,
Yeah, I
please.
mean, listen, he's not the best, but
I know.
at least he sparred Macabu. You know, Macabu brought him in for
Oh,
an
really?
entire camp. Yeah.
He's southpaw or orthodox?
Let me double check. I think he's southpaw though.
Please,
No, I
please,
mean,
just
I think he's orthodox. Why? You need southpaw?
no. I need orthodox actually.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll double
I will
check.
need him. I will need him. That will be good.
So, when did you get notice for this fight? Because I found out because I follow you, and instantly, you know, I text you to get the interview. But how much
Yeah,
time notice did you have to be prepared for this?
I think I had uh 2 months.
That's a
Yeah,
lot of
2 months.
time.
Yeah, 2 month notice. But the deal is this. I was just recovering from my PT, you know, not doing boxing. I started boxing like uh like like 3 weeks ago, like reboxing.
Holy shit.
But don't worry about that though. Don't worry about it. It depends on how I feel. I think I feel really good.
Oh man.
The
3 weeks
PT
ago?
actually
That means you ain't
the
even start sparring. Come on, let's be real. Three
no, I've been
weeks ago,
sparring.
you already started sparring.
Yeah, I've been sparring. I've been sparring for like 2 weeks now. I've been
Okay.
sparring. Yeah.
Damn. Damn, champ, you need this win. And Pro Box is doing their thing. If you could did they sign you or is it an audition?
No, they didn't sign me just for the fight.
Exactly. So you
They
have to
they just gave me an opportunity.
exactly. So you need to win so they can sign you because they're invested in that
Mm.
division. So you've been putting the miles in at least?
I've been doing everything correctly. I've been doing everything correctly. The training, everything is top notch. I've been doing everything correctly. Believe me. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good, man. And like you said, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you a Ronnie Shields fighter. You have an abnormal reach. You know, you got 4.5 inches over this guy. You're 75 and a half. He's only 71. You guys are identical height, 5'11". So you have the
Mm.
advantage. If you use what you learned with Ronnie, which obviously he's jab-minded first, you know, you should be good. You know, you jab this guy up, you soften him up till you land that right hand. But the guy I was telling you is a southpaw, so that might not work.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, he's a southpaw.
Yeah, I don't know what. I'll take care of this guy, man. I'll take care of this guy. I think it's a different mindset now. You know, back then, it's like fighting as a prisoner, but now I'm fighting as a free man. It's a different mindset entirely. So I think everything is good. From the way I feel now, everything is really good. You know, there's much freedom now. Everything, you know, I'm taking care of my business. I'm doing what I have to do. You know, yeah, not too much control right now. I'm just on top of my thing, and that makes everything different. It's all mental, you know.
Nah, for sure. They say that all the time. It's 80% mental, right? But
Yeah.
are you forced to have a daytime job or are you full training for this camp?
No, I'm full training for this camp. I'm fully
Great,
training for this
great.
camp. Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. It's best to be fully invested, man. You don't want to be, you
Right.
know, thinking back
Exactly.
at that opportunity that you left the stones unturned, man.
Right. I think everything is just like what is happening right now is like a divine plan, you know, to make me be this guy today. So I'm a different guy. I just can't wait for you to see the fight. I can't wait for on the 16th so you guys can see what I'm bringing to the table. It's a different me, believe me. It's just the way I feel.
So
I feel
you're
it in my
basing that
heart.
off mindset, though. You're saying it's more a different you because mentally you're in a better place.
Exactly. Mentally, I'm in a better place, and physically, everything. The training has been different. You know, it's been different. Like I said, back in Houston, it's just boxing. But now I have a full package. It's boxing and strength and condition, nutrition, everything is complete. You know, I got sponsors, everything. So it's just, man, my heart is relief.
I
It's a
got
different, it's a different mindset.
Treese in Toledo, Ohio that says, what other fighters out of Nigeria should we be looking out for?
What are the fighters from Nigeria we should be looking out for? Like back in
Yes.
Nigeria, back in Nigeria.
Back in Nigeria, or that you know have already made it here, but we aren't popular yet. We haven't seen them. We don't know them yet. That you may think of anyway.
Yeah, there is this heavyweight Solomon Imole. Solomon Imole is a great heavyweight. He's upcoming, and yeah, he's really strong, and I think he's going to do well. I think he should be coming to America very soon. Then we have Taiwo Agbaje. He's a featherweight, and some other guys. I just can't really remember their names. But Nigeria have a lot of talent. I think all they need is opportunity. Nigeria have a lot of talent. They can fight.
I don't know the guy's name because it's very hard to pronounce. But PBC gave him one opportunity. He got knocked out. He was signed to Down King and trained by Stacy McKinley. It was like a no.
Sonoro. Yeah, he's here already. He's in Florida, I guess.
Yeah. He used to be in Florida with Stacy McKinley. Have you met him in person?
Yeah, he's my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like the national team that left before our sets back in the amateurs. So he's my senior in national team. They left before us.
Nice.
I know him. Onorode is very strong, but I don't know about his training. You know, sometimes it's about the guy, then it's about his preparation. So I don't know how he's preparing before fight. I don't know his mindset, like I was telling you right now. It's really the mental state of the people. You know, sometimes fighters can be good, and when they get to the ring, something just happened, and people will be like, "What happened to this guy?" It's just the state of mind and what they're thinking at the moment. You know, so yeah, Onos has been through a lot, you know, mentally. He was trying to tell me some things which I don't want to really get into right now, but yeah, he's a very strong guy, and I just hope he gets back to his feet.
Absolutely. Ruin 504 says, can you talk about the opportunity that ProBox is offering fighters? So he's not really saying you specifically, but obviously since you've had dealing with him, what sort of opportunities can you speak of that they are offering fighters in general? Because I think it's a beautiful thing what they're doing. It's a void that they're filling.
Yeah, Pro Bows are really they're really doing well, because one thing I like about them is 50-50, not like those other promotion where the A side have to be favored. Then, you know, like my last fight. My last fight was not even on YouTube. It's not even on TV, nowhere. And they put me in a situation where you have to knock this guy out, or else you won't win. You know, I felt like I won that fight because I beat that guy from the first round to the 8th round, and boom, they gave it to him. I was like, wow. You know, all those things make me understand boxing more and more. Like, I understand what the B side is all about when you're fighting with promotion, like those people. And Pro Box is really giving a fair chance for fighters, you know, to step up and do their thing. So it's 50-50 on one side, and they just give you the opportunity to showcase what you have. I really appreciate them, you know, for giving me this opportunity, because I didn't know where to start from after those 2 losses. You know, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to start from, but I know I haven't really lost in my mind. There is a difference when your spirit is broken, like when you are beaten, and when you just lose. So I'm in the situation of just lose. I know I wasn't beaten. I know Glanton didn't beat me. The other boy didn't even smell my foot. So my mindset on that part, my spirit is intact. It's not even touched. So and that is what is giving me, and that is what is giving me the ability to continue. Like if I'm beaten, I would just like, I'm done with this boxing. But when you are not yet beaten, the spirit is just boiling, still there to do what I have to do. So everything is intact. I'm cool, fine, ready to go, happy for this opportunity, and I just can't wait for that day, man.
Sounds like you definitely still have the hunger. The last one here is from James Valdez in San Antonio. He's asking your thoughts on who wins and how for Usyk versus Fury.
That's in a heavyweight fight, one good punch can decide the whole fight. But I think Fury is too big. He's going to be a target all night for Usyk, and Usyk is a very smart, compatible small guy, like the rabbit they call him. So, he's slick. He's a champ, Olympic gold medalist. You know what that means. Like he's been doing this all his life. So I really think Usyk have a better chance against Fury because Usyk is as fast as Fury, he's as skillful as Fury, and he's not a target. So for me, I think Fury is going to be a target all night for Usyk, and Usyk can easily win by point. I'm not saying Usyk is going to KO Fury. I don't see that happening. But point-wise, Usyk can outbox Fury because Fury is just such a big target, and he's just going to be there all night. And Usyk is still going to be that slicky guy who will move around and run around, and So I think Usyk got it on point.
Well, champ, that's all the questions. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on and letting us know about the fight. We're going to be locked into that. Again, you said February 16th, live on ProBox.
Yes, sir.
And let everybody know your social media.
If it's about Pushy, everywhere. If it's about Pushy on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, if it's about Pushy, my real name, no extra, no nickname, no nothing. If it's about Apochi, everywhere.
All right, champ. Best of luck on the fight, man. We're locked in.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cruiserweight F.A. Atoba Apuchi. We're going to get back to the phone lines, but we will be having Diego Pacheco's opponent for his doubleheader with Richardson Hitchens. He's going to be taking on Sean McCallum, the amazing Sean. He is managed by Fighter First, Adrian Clark and Jolene Mazzone. So strategic. This is not a cherry pick. Not in my opinion. I think that Diego's in a real fight. And we'll be talking to Sean in just a bit. If you want to call in, phone lines are open. I am going to Cliff in Connecticut. What up?
Yo, what up? What up? I just listened to the interview. I feel like I don't know if it's a little bit like of disconnect because he's from Algeria and maybe, but I felt like he wasn't like too enthusiastic when he was asking some of those questions to like how you working out and listen to some of the things. I just didn't get the energy from him or like just the conviction. Like I don't know, man. He didn't sell me that well. So that's all I want to say about that. But hey, I'm introduced to a new fighter, as you have done so many times, and I have seen these fighters come up on the cards. So hey, it's another one. I'm gonna look out for him. As far as Pacheco, and I feel like Pacheco shouldn't be having no easy fights at this point. It's time for him to take that next step because he's dangerous, and I like him. So I would like to see him in some real shit because I feel like he got that real potential, just like Morrell. I feel like those guys are real dangerous. But let's get back to your regular topic. I feel like, Ness, you say that Boots, you be like, Mario Barrios, you say like he's a treat, and then at the same time you call him like a sacrifice, and Al Heyman probably won't give him to Boots, and then you say like you think he
Yeah,
could
I
that
say
old
Al won't sacrifice him. I say I think he probably won't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
look,
know.
look at the
I
names
understood
that he's given them. I you know, I just think that they're
right.
bigger.
So you got to explain something to me, because you even made a joke. I forget the dude that Floyd beat late in his career, the old dude who he just fought like a couple months ago. He was like,
That
they'll
ain't no
give him
joke,
Barrios
champ.
before they.
That ain't no joke. Like
I hear you.
That shit legit been on boxing scene. They got Robert Guerrero old ass out here calling out Boots just to get lined up.
No, I'm talking about, you were saying Barrios could get damn, I can't remember his name, yo. The black dude, he just fought, Berto, yeah, you saying Barrios could get Berto before Boots get Berto.
You know why?
Yeah, like
you know why? Berto is Al's outside of outside of Vernon Forrest. Berto is Al's second ever fighter, bro. Berto was making $1 million on HBO to fight Freddie Hernandez. Berto got the Mayweather fight. Like, Al loves Berto.
All right, word. So let me get to it then. So if you feel like that, right? And Boots is with Boots is with
Espinosa.
He with Espinosa. Yeah, he with Espinosa, right? So who? Then the belt? That's the party ranks. That's crazy.
Bro, you ramble
like
for hell. Like, you ain't know what you wanted to talk about. But I got you here. Go ahead. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing.
Feel like you kind of treating Boots like he's the stepchild of PBC.
He is. He got a son. Bruh, listen. I know you said you don't know, so I'm teaching you. Espinosa's a lawyer that turned Showtime executive. He's not a boxing manager, bro. Like, Boots and his father doing the Wild Wild West. But I get it. They doing it.
Why they got that loyalty to this man if they can't get
they
nothing but
they know
PBC's
Espinosa
garbage?
They know they looking at it like this. Espinosa got an end to Al, and that's all they need, right?
I guess, but not if you saying that like these old fighters could get better fights than Boots. Like, what is your loyalty to Espinosa, and why PPC treat you like the stepchild? It's almost like, Boots, what are you doing there? Like, what do they?
Hey man,
see
listen, I'm gonna be real. It's as crazy to me as it is to you. Like, I don't understand why Boots and his father haven't signed Al, nor do I understand why they ain't signed a PBC, a Matchroom for that matter, who at least want them. You understand? Like, I don't know why. You know, all they keep saying is all I could repeat. They with Espinosa, and they loyal to Espinosa. I don't know why. I never seen Espinosa manage a fighter. I could just give you what I know and the facts that I know. Espinosa never managed a fighter, but he been a Showtime's exec for many years in the boxing department. So maybe he feels like he can, you know, move and navigate a fighter's career.
Well, they must see some light at the end of the tunnel that I don't see.
I mean,
so
you know,
I'm
that tunnel seemed
interested to
long
see how
for
the
you
shit
and I, though,
unfolds.
right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand it, but I'm trying to fucking understand it. That's my call, bro.
Motherfucker went through the Holland and thought he was coming out in New York. That shit's still going somehow. I don't get it, man. Honestly, I don't get it. Why you think I'm doing the show? Like, what is next for them now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Really don't. You know, can it be Barrios? Of course it can. But it would be the lowest probability for me. It would be the lowest probability for me. I believe Barrios is with the right manager, right trainer. You know, remember that Bob Santos used to manage Robert Guerrero, you know, and that's his trainer. Louis DeCubas has the right hand or ear of Al. Like, I just can't see him being served up. Like, you fighting Tank, that's not a serve up. You got put in the biggest fight of your life. People still talking about it. Y'all sold out the event. You know, you went out like an Aztecan warrior. Like, that shit made Barrios who he is today. The Thurman fight, they was giving you a layup. Thurman was all out for 2 years. So again, Louis DeCubas did his thing for Barrios. Like, I can't see him. First of all, Louis did his thing with Tank. He like, look, yeah, it's a tough fight. He could punch, but you bigger than him. Louis did his thing for Barrios again. Like, yeah, no, it's a tough fight. He could punch. But he out the ring and he older and you younger than him and bigger than him. And I'm talking about Thurman versus Barrios now. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see Louis being like, yo, he younger than you. He stronger than you. He bigger than you. But fuck it, yo, you a warrior. Like, come on, man, that shit ain't happening, bro. I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, I swear I hope somebody break the news on the purse, right? Because if Barrios take it, it's gonna be because it's a nice little check attached to that shit. Nice little check. We'll see though. Phone lines are open if you want to call in, voice your opinion. Kentrell, Phoenix, what it do? We got Twitter, Discord, and the landline. Talk to me.
Man, I've been waiting for a hot little minute, you know. I feel like Boots should play that song all by myself because it's not really a lot for him at 147. I've been thought that he should have went up to like 154 to try to challenge for a belt, but it is what it is, man. I don't know what he's gonna do. He kind of stuck in the pickle. But if I was gonna promote him, I'd promote him like the Boogeyman. Hey, you old enough? Have you heard his song on the Boogeyman? Turn me on. Yeah. I would try to promote him that way. Like, I'm so bad, I made everybody leave the 147 division because it's hot. I do have a question. Do you think he can possibly get a Conor Benn fight?
Boots? No.
Yeah.
That's cross promotion. They not about to do that. Espinoza will get outed if he takes this rising star to DAZN to fight Conor.
Gotcha. Okay. I wasn't sure because I went through the 147 rankings as you were talking. Also, you're a fucking dog, bro. You really be on top of your P's and your Q's, man. You be your P's and your Q's. I'm a PM you, but yeah, you that dude, man. Hey, thank you for what you do. Anytime I ever ask you to interview someone, you are on it.
Bro, you don't even
I
know.
appreciate
It's crazy how small this world is, Kentrell. That dude you asking me to interview, I didn't even know who he was, right? You tell me, I immediately do it so I don't lose, so I don't forget because I smoke. So I'm like, all right, let me just see who this dude is. I click it, I hit him up. Bro hits me back, and he's like, yo, Ness, this is Bruce from Chicago. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, he used to call in.
Alias.
He used to call in so much, and I knew he was an amateur, and I remember he was in one of the gloves, he was in the Shreveports, everything. So it's like, I'm excited to give that story to the audience because he used to be a caller, bro, a heavy caller. It's crazy. I'm just so shocked. He 4-0 right now. What weight is he in? Because he looked a little heavy, like not out of shape heavy.
I think he's going down in weight. He's going down in weight.
No, but he don't look out of shape heavy, but he do look like, yo, is he a heavyweight or a cruiserweight? What is he, super middleweight? What the fuck is he?
He's going down in weight. I think his last fight, I didn't make it because I just got back from Africa and ticket was $800. I'm like, no, that's cool, but he's going down.
Tickets $800 to go see him fight?
No. From Denver to Chicago, the flight.
Oh,
I'm like,
God,
I ain't paying no
damn.
$800.
That's still a lot for a flight.
I'm keeping it being with you. I'm keeping it being with you about Bruce. So that's my brother, right? And he been in the ring with some great talent. He been in the ring with Shane Mosley Jr. He been in the ring with Thundor. The dude is nice, man. I swear to God, when I first met him, he hit me with a 3-piece so fast it took my brain. By the time he got his third punch, I was like, dang, he just hit me. But yeah, the dude, he's really nice, man. Really nice. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. That's all I can say.
Nah, no worries, champ. This my passion, man. This my passion. I just sent the link to Sean, so we gonna get him on. And yeah, man, shout out to Bruce, bro. As always, that'll be the second listener that went pro. One listener went pro and got signed to PBC, man. And he had like 2 fights though. That shit was hilarious, bro. Cause he didn't get signed to PBC. He definitely had both his fights was on PBC. He won one, and that second one they smoked him. And I hit him up like, yo, what's up? He like, nah, man, that shit different without headgear. And I'm like, yeah, it sure is. And that's it. He let it be after being 2-0. At least Bruce made it to 4-0, baby. He's still out here rocking. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. It's always a beautiful thing to see one of the listeners, make it. Even if he don't win the world title, he still made it. You feel me? He still, like shit. He did his thing. But if you do want to ask Sean a question, he's going to be on the show in a matter of minutes. You can do that by going over to our members page here on the community at The Boxing Voice over on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice /community. And you'll go to the Sean McCallum post. And you can do the same on Patreon. Don't forget to drop him a question. Let him know your name, where you are dropping your question from. Damn. Get this. Sean, what's going on? Say again?
I was just saying, what's good? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Happy to have you, bruh. Man, you are serious, man. You a serious fighter, man. You keep shocking me. First is when I seen you spar Mari, and now this fight, man. Honestly, because yeah, if you wasn't a serious fighter, you just wouldn't be taking this fight, bro. You'd be swerving this fight for a little bit down the line, and we'd be doing this interview, and you'd be telling me, it wasn't enough money, or you and Diego Pacheco deserved to fight for a title. I'm shocked, man. This is a big fight, tough fight. This kid's on a 9-fight knockout streak. Talk to me, man. What was the thought process behind taking the fight and obviously believing that you can win this one?
Yeah, it's exactly that. Just a huge opportunity that presented itself to me. All the circumstances made sense. Yeah, it didn't take any convincing at all. As soon as the offer came to me, I accepted it. Said to make a few tweaks here and there to certain things, but it wasn't like, anything major or any kind of circumstances where, it will hold up any kind of negotiations or anything like that. Like I said, everything made sense to me. I look at this as a opportunity to show the world like what I can do against what's perceived as a tough fight or an elite opponent. So yeah, it made sense to me. Right time, right opponent. Right,
I like
right
how you
fight.
slid that in there, talking about what's perceived. So you saying you don't think he's a tough opponent?
No, I said perceived as a like world, the perception of him obviously is that he's supposed to be like the future of the weight class. So for me, it's an opportunity for me to show what I can do against somebody who the people say is that guy. Like that's really all it's about, is me getting in the ring with the person that everyone says is the guy. Like, I mean, we've talked a few times and I've always told you, like, I'm not going to get on here and talk crazy about any fighters, but if you ask me about them, then yeah, I feel like I could beat them. Or if you ask me, would I fight this guy? I'm going to tell you, yeah. So I'm just holding true to the philosophy I told you about, all those months ago. Like, I'm just showing, like you said, I'm a serious fighter.
Now, obviously, the advantages he has over you is youth. He's only 21. I mean, the kid, he's just young, right? He's got all that youth. When you roll out of bed, he doesn't roll out the bed the same way, man. We just get older. But with his youth, some could say his lack of experience. Do you see it that way, or do you think he's been able to garner more experience in the pro world because he's had, the luxury of the big box promotion with Matchroom?
I mean, yeah, he's got a machine behind him that's pushing him, which is no fault of his own. I mean, he had to put in work to even get on their radar for him to be in the position he's in now. So that's kind of irrelevant to me. Like, at the end of the day, it's just about X's and O's, how we match up in the ring, what I feel like I can do, places I feel like I can be dominant, and that's all I'm gonna focus on. I'm not really thinking about too much other than how do I win this fight, or how do we stack up against each other as fighters, not notoriety or anything other than, like I said, the fight itself.
What is your reach? Because I know when I watch you fight, it looks like you have an extremely long arms and abnormal reach. But again, Diego is 6'4", 79-inch reach, and yours is not listed.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep it a secret. We're just
Come on, everybody sees those long arms. We see the
right, but you don't know exactly how long they are. So again, like if on fight night, they measure them, or during fight week they measure them, then we'll know. But yeah, I got some advantages of my own. Again, like, I'm not getting, it's not like I'm jumping out of my depth as a fighter at all. Like, physically, skill wise, IQ wise, like, I'm not out of my depth at all.
Do you believe that being the shorter man will be an advantage? Because, some people obviously prefer to be the taller man punching down. Some believe as a shorter man they could get on the inside and do the body work. I guess, what is your preference? And this fight, you will be the smaller man by 4 inches. Do you think that makes a difference?
I mean, yeah, it depends. Again, you just have to know what to do, when to do it, why, how, etc. I mean, again, like, it's about X's and O's. Boxing is the type of sport where you're taking what you're born with and trying to apply it. It's not like football where, you can fit into a scheme, or a coach can put you in position to be successful depending on the guys who are around you. So again, like, I'm not too worried about, like, those kinds of things. I mean, I'm putting together a game plan based on, his physicality and my physicality. And like I said, we just going to see how it matches up on April 6th.
So before I had hit you up, I had texted the news to your manager, and I'm like, wow. And his first response was like, he said, yeah, he thinks he could beat him. And I'm like, wow, Because again, Diego's younger, taller, quote unquote, has the power. The trainer too, right? Like, this is going to be a coming out party for you. We've been following Diego's career since basically 0-0. I'm pretty sure Matchroom had all of his fights, if not got him when he was already 3-0. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where we are forced to believe in what's been put in front of us. I got to see
exactly. That's what I've been trying to get you to, like. I don't want to have to say anything. You said it yourself. Like, you can only go with what's been put in front of you. You've seen me behind closed doors. You know what I can do. Now, again, this is a coming out party for me, so it's about what I do. I mean, technically, the perception is that I, quote unquote, have nothing to lose, even though I'm an undefeated fighter with real fighters on my resume. And I mean, he's a good fighter, but we've seen, like, he's been put in position from jump. Like me, I kind of had to earn my way to this fight. And again, like, I'll even go back to previous conversations we've had. You know, people want me to get on the internet and talk crazy and talk shit about fighters and say I do this, this, and this. But look, I've landed myself in this fight without having to do any of that. The only thing that got me here is fighting, not, you know, like talking crazy about anybody or ducking and dodging my way onto a big platform. Like I've been like I might have been doing it behind the scenes, but I've been fighting tough fights and I've been taking care of business and I've maintained my O just like he has. So again, when we get in the ring, it's just gonna be exactly that. 2 undefeated contenders, 2 guys who are real fighters, and we're gonna see who the best man is. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters to me is getting in the ring and handling business.
So that's a conversation we've had here, and I won't say conversation, I would say debate. What makes a contender in your opinion? Because you called yourself a contender. So why do you believe that?
I'm contending for two of his titles. He's got to defend 2 of his titles against me.
But those are minors. They're not world
titles.
Yeah,
but they put you in place to be a contender.
No, and that's our logic. Our logic, mine and my co-host who's not here during the evening shows, is if you make it to the top 10 or top 15, which means a champion can pick from 1 through 15 to title defense, which means if you're a top 15, you're in title contention, hence contender. So bringing it full circle, though, he's had more 10-rounders. This will be his second 12-rounder. How does that come into play for this fight? He's sure that he can do the 10s and the 12s. I'm sure you're sure you can do it because you've done in sparring, but never under the lights, never in an actual professional fight.
I mean, he's had fights scheduled, but again, knockout streak kind of cuts off cuts off the round. So we haven't seen him. I mean, we haven't seen either of us in 9, 10, 11, 12. Furthest we've seen of him is round 9. So, I mean, I understand, of course, you're scheduled to fight a certain amount of rounds, or you're going to train for a certain amount of rounds. But again, like, I don't train, like, I've had 4 8-round fights. I'm not training like, oh, I'm only going to be good for 8 rounds. Like, I'm training like a world-class fighter does as well. I'm sure the same way that any other world-class or 12 or 10-round fighter would. So, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen me. So, again, it's it'll be new territory for the both of us.
Speaking of new territory, ironically, you get to be in new territory, Las Vegas, but it's a new casino. This is the first time we're going to see boxing in the Fontainebleau. Did that even cross your mind? Does it matter? Or is it just more about the fight? It doesn't matter where you're fighting at.
It don't really matter. I mean, it is dope to be fighting in a place like Vegas, obviously. It's just with the, again, the perception that comes with fighting in Vegas. People don't really look at you like you've made it unless you fight in Vegas. So, again, like, coming out party and to do it at a brand new hotel, in the American mecca of boxing, at least, is big. I mean, I'm not taking it lightly. It's a huge opportunity, but again, I'll be ready for it.
I know you visited Vegas when I met you in person. What are you doing for this camp? Because obviously you got a lot of time, right? This is not scheduled till April 6th.
Yeah, we still a ways away, but I'm not gonna give away. Not gonna give away too much. Again, I'll be ready. I'm training like a world-class fighter. I'm gonna be getting world-class work, and again, April 6th, we're gonna be ready for rounds 1 through however many it goes.
So it's safe to say you're not coming out to Vegas. I mean, I'm in Florida now, but you're not going to be in Vegas for this camp.
I didn't say one way or the other. I just said that I'll be getting world-class work, and I'm going to train like a world-class fighter, and I'll be ready for April 6th.
So you flying them in. We're just trying to distinguish where this camp is going to take place.
Right, but what does that matter?
Oh, it matters. I mean, altitude, getting to Vegas early since the fight is taking place there, different time zone, different altitude, a lot of things come into play, man. Right. I mean, this guy's a stud, so you got to look at it like a guy like me, right? I met you, now I'm invested. I watch you spar, so I know you're talented. I picked
Right.
you, made money off of you on Money Pal in a fight that people didn't expect you to win. So, fuck, I'm going to pick you in this fight, or at least want you to win in this fight, but you got to be, this is a young stud. Like,
Right. I know. And
some
again,
of these
I'm not.
little boxes matter. Like, okay, no,
Right.
he is training and running the mountain. So, he's got there early. All those things will matter for, us betters.
Right. But again, I could sit here and tell you like, oh, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. And again, it don't matter till we get in the ring. Like I said, I'm gonna have a great training camp. I'm sure he's gonna have a great training camp, and we're gonna see, how we stack up against each other April 6th. But again, I have no stones I'm worried about leaving unturned or no boxes I'm gonna leave unticked. I'm working. I'm in shape now.
What does Diego do best?
I think it's more mental. Like this is no fault of his own. No, I mean he's a big tall guy. He can punch, and I think fighters get in the ring with a defeated mindset already because of physical factors. Again, boxing so much more than just how big is this guy, how strong is he, how hard does he punch, how many knockouts does he have. Boxing so much more than that, and I think that people get caught up in that and don't focus on the things that they can do to be successful. But I mean, like I said, I will say, he can punch. He's got some good poise for somebody who's so young, to be under the lights and fighting a guy like Coceres in his last fight to overcome the difficulties he did have in that fight. I mean, I give him credit, but again, that's why I want this fight, and that's why I took this fight immediately. Is because I see a good fighter, but I also see somebody I can beat.
What is it about him? I mean, obviously not asking you to give it away, but what is it about him? Because again, that was the most shocking, that you jumped on the fight so quickly, and it was no persuading, so yeah, what is it about
But it's
him?
boxing. What did? Let me ask you, since we here. What made you think that I would shy away from it? What made you
Lack
so
of
surprised that
experience. Lack of experience. Lack of 10 rounders. Lack of, better opposition, right? Like, your biggest win is Money Powell. I guess the last fight, Oliveras, is decent, but like, bro, Diego's, he's got the better, he's been in there with better talent to groom him. You're gonna have to, like I said, it's gonna have to all happen on one night for you.
And has the media ever been wrong about their perception of a fight? Has the media ever picked wrong before? Just something to think about.
Of course.
All right.
We didn't even think what is it? Basuro was gonna get the win over
Barroso. Yeah. I mean, again. Yeah, and it's not like it's that kind of fight where it's like a 40-year-old man versus this is a good fight. Like when you sit down and really break things down, like, okay, knee-jerk reaction is to pick the more popular guy or the more groomed guy. But again, this is gonna be it's a fight.
Do you think you're more skilled than him? Is it because you think you're more skilled? Because that's what Floyd, he always left it to that. He's a C-class fighter, I'm an A-class fighter. Do you think you're just better at what you both do?
I mean, I think the things that I am good at, I'm really good at, and those are good enough to overcome the things that he's good at. I'll just say that.
Fair enough. You kind of answered this. Ruin the 504 New Orleans says, can you tell us what sparring partners you plan on using? You've answered, so we're just shouting them out. Next one is from Treese in Toledo, Ohio. It says, what's your thoughts on bare knuckle boxing, and have you been to the OTX basketball event?
I'll answer the first part. Bare knuckle boxing, that's a brutal sport. I never could see myself taking part in it. Never would. Respect to the people who do, but I would never. I can't even watch it. But no, I haven't been to any OTX basketball events. So.
Since he brought up OTX, though, they're back for 2024. Did they contact you?
I haven't
Before
heard.
this, oh, you haven't heard anything? Okay,
Nah.
okay. All right. James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas. He says, many believe David Morrell has the goods to beat the likes of David Benavidez or Canelo. What's your thoughts on David Morrell? Another guy in
I
your
think,
division.
yeah, another guy in my weight class. Again, he's looked impressive against everybody he's faced. My team actually got the chance to view him live. Obviously, I fought in Minnesota in my last fight on the undercard of his, and yeah, he packed the house out and performed in front of everybody and looked good doing it. I don't know how he stacks up against those guys. I don't think he's fought a guy of that caliber just yet, so I can't really say. I mean, he's got the goods naturally, but again, we got to see him against somebody who is also a world class opponent. You know.
Have you heard of Darius Fulgham?
Yeah, you had him on the show last night, right?
Oh, shit. So you like watch. That's what's up. Appreciate you.
Well,
Yeah.
a
Oh,
few
all
seconds.
right. Don't suit me up. All right.
Nah, you know I mess with the show, man. You know I wouldn't be here if I did.
Yeah. So he's a 168-pounder himself. He's got a fight with Golden Boy. So you have heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of him, seen him fight, all that good stuff.
Oh, you watched him fight too. What's your thoughts?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, I mean, kind of along that same path of being groomed to having the right guys put in front of him and just, getting him out the way, doing what he's supposed to do.
This is a step-up fight for him Saturday, in my opinion. What you think? What you think of your thoughts on Alantez Fox for him?
I mean, I guess it's good to get different looks, different heights, and reaches, and different things like that. I think this is another fight. No disrespect to Alantez at all, but I think this is another grooming type of fight. I mean, Alantez is a good fighter, but he's had some hard luck these last couple fights. He's been stopped a couple times in the last few fights, so I think he's kind of on the backslide, and perfect for somebody like Darius, where they're at.
For sure. Before we move on from him, what's your thoughts on him? Not now, obviously, and like you said, you watched the interview, but he's actually wants to fight David Benavidez. We don't hear many people say that, and since we're saying that, is that a fighter that you want to fight? Obviously, because this like his little brother, let me tell you. Like, I know these guys very well. Like, I did a whole camp with them in this house in, I think it's like Rancho, not Cucamonga, but it's around there in the better area. And, bro, they like brothers. You know what I mean? They used to live together. Now he's got a wife and all that. But, like, he's going to be in the corner giving instructions, yelling. The father is the trainer. So it's kind of an easy parlay for you to beat him and, call out David. But, yes, your thoughts on, obviously,
Yeah, you said it all right there. Like, this is the type of fight, again, that puts me in position for those kinds of fights. Like, how could I say no to that, knowing the implications? I beat it, even if we don't fight for a year or two down the line, or if we never, if my name is never brought directly to him, or I'm not somebody he's thinking about, he won't forget about me beating somebody he's close to. So my name will always be burned into his mind after that. So if the fight ever happens, I think it makes it that much easier. So again, great fight, great opportunity, but it also has implications for the future.
I'm glad that you're thinking that far ahead. Some of these fighters don't, man. We got Kerry G. This says, Kerry G from, I'm assuming that's Sacramento by way of New York. How many miles do you run during camp a week? Have you made adjustments to your game for the height disadvantage with Pacheco?
I hate it. Well, I don't hate these kinds of questions. Thank you for the question, but I'm never gonna answer anything. Like, I'm always.
So you're gonna keep the detail specific. You don't want that. You don't want to put out, I do 30 miles a week.
Yeah, again, just because it doesn't. What does that mean to this viewer? What does it mean to them? Is it gonna change their perception of who's gonna win or lose the fight?
Shit, some of these guys, this is a hardcore show. Some of these guys, it could sway their bet by a couple $100.
I mean, yeah, I'm obviously doing my road work, doing all the things a fighter's gonna do to prepare for a fight, But again, details I don't really like to get into just because it's not for everything ain't for everybody.
Nah, for sure.
Appreciate the question.
James Benitez in Atlanta. Biggest fight of your career is right around the corner. I don't know what he meant. I don't know what he meant there. He misspelled something there. No, been a lot of outside noise in your ears lately. How have you been protecting your mental health lately? Or how do you still find peace? Salute and wish you well in your career. So I guess he meant, because it's the biggest fight of your career right around the corner, there's been a lot of chatter, outside noise in your ears, and how you're dealing with that and mental health throughout your career.
This is like boxing is the thing I do to keep myself mentally healthy. So, getting in the gym and putting in the work and like this is like easy for me. Like I'm not saying boxing is easy, but like doing the things that a fighter needs to do are easy to me because those are the things that do bring me peace. Like getting in the gym and studying fights, it's almost like escapism because boxing is a very small part of all of our lives. We're fighters and it's like an all-consuming thing, but it's only a small part of your life and a small part of your your story. At the end of the day, there's life after boxing, so this for me is like an escape. So when people talk about like oh, the biggest fight of your career, or that, this is what I signed up for. I asked for this. I would not be in this position if I didn't want to be here. I didn't get here by accident, or I didn't get here because somebody put a gun to my head and forced me to do any of these things. I chose to be a fighter. I chose to, deal with these kinds of questions. I chose to, get on here and talk about the upcoming fight and blah, blah, blah. Whatever comes with this, I chose it. So it makes it easy for me that way.
Next one is from Mad Bent in Kansas City. Is visualization part of your mental preparation? What do you do?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to see it in your head before, it comes out. That's with anything, anything you set out to accomplish. Of course, you have to visualize the good and the things, and the ways that you can make it happen, but you also have to think about, the ways that things can go bad, obviously, so you're not surprised by a result or lack of results. So yeah, definitely you got to visualize for anything, anything that means anything to you. You have to visualize yourself being successful at it.
This a good question. Alex from West Palm Beach, South Florida. Let's fast forward. And you have your hands raised against Diego Pacheco. Would you take on someone you've been in camp with, such as Edgar Berlanga? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been a while since we talked. I think the last time we talked was after the money pound fight. Yeah, so
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little bit that you missed out on, but yeah, absolutely. Again, I'm not like barring I'm victorious in this fight, I'm not looking to take any steps backwards. Like I really can't after this. I beat a guy like him. There is no quote unquote flying under the radar anymore, or being somebody that people ain't paying much attention to anymore. Like I've put myself in a position where I win this fight and things are changed for forever. So whoever comes with that, yeah, Berlanga or anybody else.
But if you beat Pacheco, you think Berlanga takes a fight versus you?
I think it makes sense. We have some history. I beat a guy that everybody's been telling him to square off against, so why not? It's Joseph Parker just beat Deontay Wilder, right? So that puts him in position to fight anybody that Deontay Wilder or the fans want to see Deontay Wilder fight. Jong just beat Joe Joyce, so it puts him, in a position to fight any of the guys that the bigger name guys were supposed to fight. That's why people like me take these kinds of fights, to put themselves in position to fight, the people that they want to see the perceived favorite fight. That's the whole point. Like, this is a business, it's a sport, it's also a business. I understand that. I have an understanding of that.
For sure. Last one is from that dude they hate. Top 2 opponents this year you would want to box.
Well, we've got one coming up in April, and again, like I get past him, I definitely would love that Berlanga fight or anybody like him. Anybody who is perceived as somebody who's supposed to be somebody in the weight class. Again, like I'm not looking to take any steps backwards after this. Like I took this fight with the intent to establish myself on the or take a piece of the spotlight, or you know, work my way in and tell the people that I'm somebody that they need to be looking out for. So, yeah, whoever comes with that, that's who I want.
Technically, you don't need to go to Vegas, right? Like, what's the elevation in Colorado? Aren't you in Colorado?
Yeah, it's the Mile High City, about a mile up, 5,000 plus feet. I mean, there's higher places we can go, higher places I will go. But yeah, I've been working here, and like I said, I got a great camp set up and some great work set up, and yeah, like I said,
You was about to say, I got a great setup here, and it ain't broke, don't fix it. You was going down that route. You was going down
What
that
I was
route.
going to say is that if I choose to share anything with the people, then I'll share with the people. If not, I guess I'm like old school in that way. Like I don't really, you see my social media, I don't have a lot of followers. I don't post a whole lot. And if I do post, it's not very personal. Like boxing and my son is just all about that I'm comfortable with sharing with strangers. I mean, I'm looking in the comments now, of the as we're doing the show, you see comments and it lets you know like people ain't really people don't really give a damn about who I am. Like they want to see me fight, but they don't give a damn about me after that. As soon as them 36 minutes is over with, they like, okay, who's next? Like it's a meat grinder like any other sport. So I don't really feel too comfortable sharing anything with the people other than the things that I feel comfortable sharing. And again, we've had multiple
I ain't gonna front. That could hold you back, though, man. You seen Andre Ward's career. Like, yes, he had a great career when it comes to
I was
first
just about
ballot.
to say, hey,
Yeah,
that's
but
an undefeated Hall of Famer, gold medalist, multi-time world champion, Super Six champion. Like, who can say? I mean, you can say the same thing about Terrence. Like, he talk his shit, but he's not really like trying to be a celebrity. Like, I'm not trying to be a celebrity, not right now. Like, what did we just say? I got the biggest fight of my career coming up. I'm not focused on being a celebrity. I'm focused on being the best fighter I can be.
yeah, because this the first one. But this the first biggest fight of your career. If you get past this hump, champ, then you said it earlier. Life, that's when shit gonna get fun because you gonna be what Terrence was, right? Terrence, yes, he was a favorite, but like the way that he did it shocked the world. So is almost like an upset. Like you would have an upset. Like I don't even want to check what the betting lines is right now.
Oh yeah, I know they're crazy, but I haven't been doing much. I ain't been on the internet much. I ain't been looking at too much regarding myself. Again, like that's noise. You got to block that out and just lock in really. But again, we just named off two of the best fighters of really like arguably the last 20 years besides Floyd, and neither one of them guys were respected much even at the height of their careers, let alone when they were.
I think yes, Crawford and Ward were similar, but you gotta admit everything changed for Crawford after that Earl fight. He is just a celebrity. Like his personality shined. Like we got to see a different side of him too. Like
But he had to show the people what he could do in the ring before he got the respect and the space to finally be like a human being with the people. Like they want to see what you can do in the ring first. They don't care about your hobby, kids, and your lifestyle.
But that's also not true. That's also not true because like look at a guy like Berlanga. Why is a guy like Berlanga considered a big fight for you and Pacheco? Because he's got the people already. Because he got the social media already.
Knockouts. He had 16 first round knockouts too.
But not with the level of competition that you and
it don't matter.
It does. It does. You valid. What?
It don't matter.
Yo, people don't think. People believe that Diego Pacheco is more contender than Berlanga. Berlanga has to prove more than Diego at this point. You don't think so?
Um,
I mean, look at the opponents, bro. Look at who
no,
Diego's
I hear you.
fighting, and look at who Berlanga's fighting.
Yeah, but he's also been with the same company since the start of his career. Berlanga's in a new. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight, but yeah, like he's had more stability throughout his career. You know, a better relationship with the people that he's doing business with. So they're gonna put him. You know, they're doing right by him. They're not babying him, and I respect that. But you know, Top Rank, he was with Top Rank. Top Rank is the best in the business at building up fighters. To me, like they're the best in the business at building up guys, starting a guy from ground zero and building them up. But yeah, hey, that's on them. You know, them is two guys who got, you know, issues of their own. I'm just the guy who's, you know, ready to sneak in the back door and make my presence felt. So that's you know, for them. That's for them to talk about, for them to handle.
Where's your gym in the Mile High Club, or is that also secret information?
No, it's I train out of A1 Boxing. It's most people probably ain't never heard of it, ain't never heard of the city of Aurora, but yeah, it's in a cozy little suburb called Aurora in Colorado.
Okay. Oh, so it's a suburb. I thought it was like okay.
Nah, it ain't like. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, things go down out here, but I ain't from like the trenches or nothing like that. I ain't gonna get on here and fake anything.
Nah, for sure. We didn't want you to, champ. We like you nonetheless. We got. Would you be willing to fight Chris? I mean, I don't know that you would need to after Diego Pacheco when they. That's the better question. Is this a one-fight deal, or is there an option on you if you win?
Confidential.
Ha! Option it is.
So legally, I can't.
Better
Yep,
question. If you win, can we see you signed to the network?
Again, no comment.
So that hasn't even been discussed. Like, oh, you win. There's a potential deal on the table?
Again, out of my
oh man, you playing that hardball today. You playing hardball.
It's just that certain things are out of my scope to talk about. You know, I like to play by the rules just a little bit.
Boy, Jolene gonna watch this on a playback and be like, I love Sean. He know how to dodge them questions.
Them punches too.
I think that's it though. I refreshed here. Let me make sure I don't leave any guy behind. Yes, that is all the questions. Sean, we do appreciate you coming on. A lot of time to get ready. So, and I keep telling everybody I interview, you know, Canelo messed it up. He says luck is for the mediocre, so it kind of makes me feel bad to wish you luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, I take it, but yeah, I'm not going into the ring banking on luck at all.
For sure, we wouldn't want you to. Champ, appreciate you coming on. Since it's not until April 4th, I think we should definitely get you back on. Maybe like in a month and a half or a month's time.
Yeah, we can make it happen for sure.
Make sure you got some details to give us. You know, clear those details with the camp.
Yeah, like I was just about to say, yeah, maybe I'll have a little bit more to share with you by the time a month rolls around. But we'll see. I'll be in full swing training camp, and yeah, I'll have some juicy details for you then.
All right, champ. Appreciate you, man. Thank you again. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sean McCallum, and he is taking on Diego Pacheco. It's a tough assignment. It's a tough assignment, but I'm telling you, he's got some skills. Now, obviously, the person I seen him spar is not a Diego Pacheco, but the person I seen him spar is a blue chip. He's a top talent. You know, he should pan out as well. So, I'm interested. This is a good fight. I know that some of you guys are probably not as interested as me because, again, I'm invested. You know, he goes under your radar. I happen to see him spar that top talent. Then, you know, I watched his OTX fight on DAZN with Money Pal. We put money on it on the betting show. So, you know, I'm invested. You guys may not be. Toledo Trees, what up?
Yo.
Yeah.
What up, though? What up, though? Man, that was a good interview. I like Buddy. He sound like a smart individual. He sound like a reader. I like Buddy. But that's why I threw that OTX basketball question. I figured you would have asked me about the OTX shit. That's why I threw that out there. But nice little lob for you. But with this Keith Thurman, man, we call him Mr. PBC, man. I see why they call him. He put the premier and premier boxing for real. I see. Every time they get a new channel, my man's premiering on that thing. I like it, I suppose. But, hey, Ness, it's rare that I agree with what the fuck Simp Bayless be talking about. But, damn it, he might be on to something. I don't think – I get Keith Thurman off the inactivity and all this, but I think Tim Tszyu was beatable, man. It ain't far-fetched to think Keith Thurman could pull it off. It's possible. It's definitely possible. But with Boots, for him, when I think about what's left at 147 for him, it's getting pretty barren. I know you saying that Barrios is off the table for him, so I'm like, damn. Like I say, I'm gonna keep throwing out there. I think that Robert Guerrero ain't too bad. I heard you say earlier that it ain't too bad of an option. Now is it? The Robert Guerrero, I'm with that, but I do think that they probably gonna throw Jamal James at him. I think that's gonna be the play. What you think about? I think Jamal. Well, he's still at number 5 or 4. In that sanctioning body or some shit. So I think Jamal James is the play. Is he actually a PBC fighter? Or is he on the same type of time?
He's certainly a PBC fighter, but he ain't number nothing in the WBA, but he is number 7 in the BC. No, I'm talking about
with the IBF. Ain't he in the IBF?
IBF, Jamal James, 13.
Okay. Well, he moved. I guess they could still do that. Top 15. They could put him in there. He is a PBC fighter. That's something, you feel me? We known him to have a belt before. So former world champ. That's something Jaron Ennis could use as a former world champion on his record. I think. Let you tell it. Jamal James would look better than the Robert Guerrero. If it was up to you, which one would you rather him have as a former world champion?
Jamal James.
Well, there you go. So shit, and like I say, that seems right up PBC alley. You understand? So yeah, but like I say, man, Thurman, he could pull that off. So now my thing is, are they gonna give us Jermell Charlo and Bud? Is that the play now? But I don't know. We'll see. I'm serious.
I don't want that shit off no loss. What the fuck? They should have gave. They want to give anybody a lost fight. They should have gave Tszyu Charlo for unification and let us motherfucking get something else. They crazy. And what up, Counterpunch?
What up? Hey, I'd actually never heard of Isaiah Pacheco before. Like, I heard Pacheco on your show, but I never seen him fight. So while that dude was talking, I was watching his fights, and like I feel so bad for that dude. What the fuck? Yo, that dude's a monster. What the fuck? He's gonna go fight this guy? You know what I'm saying? He better be good. He better be as good as you saying, because if he not, he getting fucked up. Okay? I didn't see nothing in what I just watched in this 10, 15 minute span. I watched about 3 fights. And I saw what I needed to see. You know what I'm saying? When you see it, you know. When you know a dude punching for real. You know, and that dude punching for real. That left hook to the body, dude, he hit this dude with a body shot and slipped the counter at the same time. I'm talking, he digging with that left hook. I'm talking about Pacheco, if you're not following. He dig with that left hook and slipped the right straight that came in one motion. So what are you finna do with that? You know what I'm saying? This dude is punching for real. So I hope this guy's as good as you saying he is, because he fucking better be, or he's going out on a stretcher like everybody else. He stopped a couple dudes with body shots just on the videos that I watched. There's probably more. The kid's 19-0. Yeah, I like what I've seen. I like what I've seen. Call me casual or whatever, but I mean, these dudes aren't on a big stage yet. What's that guy's name? Who just interviewed? What's his name?
Sean McCallum.
Sean McCallum. Okay, never heard of this dude either. You know what I'm saying? These aren't like giant names. Maybe I need to up my boxing game. You know, but I mean, hey, he came on the show. You know, get his name out there. Just be tough. Don't get knocked out. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna be tough though, because it looked like that dude is punching for real, the Pacheco dude. So, I'm gonna watch that one. And is the topic today still Thurman and
Yeah, it's
Tim
more
Tszyu?
about Thurman. Got Tszyu. So what does Boots do now? Where's that leave Boots?
Well, I mean, I would have loved to see Boots versus Thurman, but obviously that's not an option. So I think he's got to think outside the box. Maybe look up in weight. That's a possibility if you can't get, because I mean, you're not getting Crawford, right? And if they're not going to strip him anytime soon, I mean, even if they he's full champion, right? Didn't they email him his belt or not? Not yet.
Nah, he's full champ.
He's full champ. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, where do you go? It kind of leaves him in a weird spot. I mean, maybe try and get Spence. Maybe, after he heals his eye. I mean, look up, move up. Maybe Devin Haney wants to fight. There's a lot of options, but think outside the box, unless he just wants to stay busy. There's like 15 of those, stay busy guys that he could fight. But big fights, I don't really see it at his weight right now.
That's the bell. Stick around, though. You still get your free call around here. You feel me? And if you're on the landline, don't forget to hit that one at least one time so we know you're ready to rock and roll. James Benitez.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. 140. Hey, man, shout out to you and shout out to both the interviews and everything. I was driving when the first interview was on, and I tried to hurry up and just text my question and shit like that for the second, man. But Sean, I like how he said different.
Oh, what the fuck? Breaking news. Saudi Arabia lifts his alcohol ban after 70 years. Get the fuck out of here, bro. They taking his new Vegas shit to the
next level.
Bro, 70 years, non-Muslims welcome non-Muslims to buy. So you got to be non-Muslim. So that means tourists, bro. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Go ahead, champ. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good, man. It seems like everything that Tip been saying the past month is coming to fruition, man. Didn't Tip say some shit like this, man? All they gotta do is lift a ban, and then we gonna be over there, and they're gonna steal boxing and every other sport.
I
Tip
mean,
is goddamn the oracle, man.
they need to lift the motherfucking marijuana ban before they even think about getting me over that bitch.
Come on, man. You know that's a reach, man. I think alcohol you might have to just deal with that shit, bro. But you probably can find some.
That's crazy.
Man, but
That's wild.
That's wild as shit. Yo, but Sean, man, he showed that he was very disciplined, man. He's ready for the next level, man, especially with how he actually handled the interview and everything like that. I'm pretty much impressed, man, because he really does come from the old school philosophy, man, where loose lips sink ships. And he ain't trying to reveal nothing that he ain't willing to share, man. It seemed like he already had the script of what he's ready to share. Maybe our questions, he probably had to think slightly outside the box. But other than that, he stayed on target, man. And if he's like that, he carries himself just like he did in the interview in the ring. We're gonna see a hell of a fight between those two, him and Pacheco, man. I'm looking forward to it. And I think I sent you a screenshot of what the bet odds are on, man. A plus 700. He might be worth sprinkling a little bit on him, man.
Damn, bro. That's almost as bad as Thurman.
Bruh, he might be worth, man. That might be a hell of a parlay, man. They both win. That might be a hell of a parlay if you're gonna stretch it out that long. But man, back to what Boots is gonna do. Man, 147 became a shit division overnight, man. What Boots is gonna do, I don't fucking know, man. Everybody wants to see him fight Barrios, but I'm in agreement with you. I highly doubt that's gonna be the fight. So I'm just gonna throw up some names. You let me know what you like. Two of the names, they coming off a loss. Steve Spark. Is he still with Matchroom?
I'm not sure, man.
But he'll come in the fight. Alexis Rocha.
And you talking about these guys for Boots?
For Boots. It's like it's a stretch at 147, man. There ain't no fucking names there.
Yo, you know that Steve Sparks fought Tim
Everybody
Tszyu.
done moved on. Yeah. He been up and down the weight his whole fucking career. He fought Tim Tszyu, then fought Montana Love. And the last other names I got is Gabriel Maestre and Abel Ramos. Gabriel Maestre. I
That's
think you
not
can
a
sell
bad
him
fight.
because you can't.
That's not a bad fight. Maestra, remember he knocked out Trayvon and
A
I think
rising prospect, yeah.
was it Trayvon
Trayvon Marshall.
Marshall? And
Yeah, I lost a lot of money on.
and he obviously robbed Michael Fox, but he's a big. I seen him in person. I seen him at Silas Gym sparring. That motherfucker. Listen, they didn't even know who he was. No. Honestly, they didn't know who he was. They thought he was a middleweight. I'm like, bro, that's Gabriel Maestre. And I asked him, and that's how we
How big he
found
walk
out.
around?
No, he's big.
How big?
No, but he wasn't
Like what?
fat. No, he
190? You
wasn't
think?
fat. No, he wasn't fat. No. I'm
Okay.
saying he looked big. I'm not saying he looked
Oh,
fat.
like solid.
Yeah, I'm saying he
Okay.
looked like a big, massive, and it's like, damn, how you a welterweight? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he was overweight. I'm saying I couldn't believe that frame in that ring is a dude that fights at 47. That might be
I
a
think with
good
his,
fight.
I think with his impressive performance and everything, and even though he doesn't have it that
Now
many
listen, that
fights,
shit got
they can
zero
still
name
sell it.
notoriety though. That shit got zero name no. Nobody know that dude. Nobody. Not even his own mother knows him.
Oh man. Well, shit. All the other names are gone, man. Like, what? You can't throw him in there with Ugas, cause that shit over with. You know his
I
face is too
mean,
fragile.
listen,
And shit. They'll probably
the
swell up
only
after the first
name
and second round.
the only name that makes sense, but I know that they ain't gonna do it because they haven't done anything that makes sense is Stanionis. Like he got a belt, Boots got a belt, make it a fake unification, you know, but
He's in
are they gonna
position, man. He ain't get his email
do the
yet,
right
man.
thing? They don't never do the right thing.
Nah, they ain't gonna do the right thing, man. Stanionis got to wait for his email as well, so he definitely ain't gonna do that in the meantime. So we'll see, man. I'm just disappointed at 147, but all in all, we're not getting the Barrios fight. If y'all guys gonna really just try to study some boxing, watch Gabriel Maestre, man. Y'all might be intrigued by him actually being a likely opponent. And Robert Guerrero, that's more likely what PBC may do. Anyways, man, I'm out, Ness. I'll holler at you on the next one.
All right. We got who is next? Let me see. Al in the Bay, what up?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Um, I know this might not happen, but him and Cody Crowley, they both kind of need each other at this moment in time. At this stage of their career, um, because they both too young, undefeated fighters who's on the rise. Um, this will give the one who wins a more of a leg up. So um, yeah, man, I think the only way is Cody Crowley, unless Cody Crowley has a fight already lined up. I think that should be the only option right now for me. I wouldn't say Barrios, unless Boots is planning on moving up to 140. I mean 147. I mean not 147. Uh, Never mind, because Barrios is at what 147. Hello.
Barrios is 47.
Okay, so Barrios is at 147. Yeah, that Barrios fight would be good, but I think Cody Crowley will be the better option. Um, you know, um, Make it a hometown fight for Boots. You know, Make it undefeated versus undefeated. You know, who's the baddest man at 147? Um, that's the way I would run it. But I think both of them right now should, look at each other as real competition. And if I was his manager, I would go straight at Dakota Crowley and make a big statement for 147 as being the man. That's my call.
All right. And talk to me. And Charles, talk to me.
Ness,
Yes.
what's up, brother? How you doing?
Chilling, chilling.
This is why I want to go back to. I really think he should, and I'm talking about Boots, and Boots is one of my favorite fighters. Um, but I think he does. I'm gonna go back to it, Ness. I think he should. Well, let me ask you this, Ness. I want him to go to Matchroom, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with him just cleaning up 147. I don't think he needs to worry about any big fights. Forget the Crawford thing. Go to Matchroom because at the end of the day, um, he don't need to go to PBC. They ain't doing nothing for him. I don't see Golden Boy giving him a shot. Go over there with Eddie. And what's wrong with Stanionis? What's wrong with Barrios? What's wrong with the kid? What's the big kid Ness at top rank? He's kind of a boogeyman at 147. Is it Santinion? I can't think of
Yeah,
that dude
yeah.
name. The big kid. Ness, you there?
Yeah, that's what I said. You right, Centelleon.
Damn, Ness.
You don't hear me, champ? What the fuck? Charles.
Ness.
Charles. This gotta be a joke.
Damn.
You.
Ness.
I hear you, my brother. We all hear you. Tip. Come on the line. Make sure he got an issue and it ain't us. I invited you to speak, Tip. Help me out. Charles, then he lost it.
Yo,
You hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard him. I guess it was on his end.
I heard him too, but I guess he had some sort of issue. It's all good then. I mean, what could you do? I appreciate you, champ. Thanks for the check-in. Looks like James, okay, James is all right. We done got to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up then. Let me see. I ain't leave no super chats behind here. Leonard Sterling, 2-pounder. Steve Sparks retired a few weeks ago. Damn. That's crazy. We got Bernard Banks, $5, $7 Canadian. Off topic, but what did you think of Myquan Williams watching him live on Pro Box? Dude has some serious skill and was looking like the truth. Yo, that was one of the saddest Wednesdays because my dudes in my betting group, one specifically, Viva La Bets, did some tape. And he like, yo, don't bet on the dude you want to bet on, which was obviously Zico Borrero, which I didn't bet on. But remember, I interviewed him. I thought he was going to get the upset over the motherfucking Jacobs kid. And he's like, don't bet on that fight. I watched tape. Instead, bet on Myquan. He's going to win. And I didn't bet on anybody. And Myquan went in there and beat the shit out of Feliciano. I felt bad for Feliciano the way he got knocked down so many times. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Shout out to him. He took it on the chin. He said some shit on Twitter. And I didn't even know he was on Twitter. I followed him and shit. Hopefully he could bounce back. That was a tough loss. Mike Kwan really put hands on him. He got ranked for that too. That was like a WBA, regional. So that's gonna get him ranked. But yeah, man, that's what I love about Pro Box, bro. They giving motherfuckers opportunities. Mike Kwan is a Lou DiBella fighter, I believe. Definitely from New York. And he needed that. Adrian, what up? What time is it in Uruguay?
What up, Ness? What up? It's 11 in the night.
Oh, all right, ain't that bad.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's a beautiful night. This is summer. Having a beer.
Nice.
Everything is good. Yeah, man. For Boots, the fight that I would like to see is Conor Benn. Conor Benn, I like that fight. I think it's a big, high-profile fight. Also, I would like to see Santillon. That's a good fight. Or it can be Staniones. I think those are the three fights that are kind of big and they make sense. Barrios, you can throw Barrios in there, but the 147 division is kind of dry. And talking about dry, this might be a little bit of a curveball, but in the 160 division, I don't know if you are familiar with Amilcar Vidal. He's from Uruguay. He's a fighter.
Yeah, that's who lost. He lost to Elijah.
Yeah. I spoke
He got
to
a win
him
on
like
Pro
a month
Box.
ago.
He got a win on Pro Box after that.
Yeah. He got, I think, 2 wins after that fight. What can be next for him? Like, how can he rebuild? I think he's 15 by the WBC, and
But he was
I asked him
Samson.
what's next.
Ain't he with Samson?
He's with Samson, yeah.
Yeah, he gonna be alright. Believe me, that's why he got on that Pro Box. That Pro Box card was out there in wasn't it in Argentina, in Uruguay?
Yeah, it was in Uruguay in
Yeah.
Palacio Peñarol.
Yeah. He's alright, bro. They built him back. He got 2 wins after that. Fuck, I don't even think Elijah fought after that. Actually, Elijah fought Resendez after that.
Right. Yeah, you think they gotta
I don't see him in the
keep
top
him
15. Maybe because this ain't updated. I don't see him in the top 15 on this. Not in the WBA.
Maybe it's not
68 or 60?
160.
Oh yeah, he is number 15. There he goes.
Yeah, he was number 10 before that fight with Elijah, but that was a big step up.
It ain't look
But
that
yeah,
big. It ain't look that big a step up. He was in that fight.
Yeah. Elijah, he got hands, man. That was a hard fight for him. But yeah. I spoke to him like a month ago, but he didn't know what was next for him, and I didn't know what to tell him because 160 is also like a dry division. I don't know. There are many fighters.
Shit, he had 3 fights last year, bro. He alright. Unfortunately, only one of those was in America, which was the Elijah fight. Pero, ¿qué se va a hacer?
Vamos a ver qué pasa.
Right. There's a lot for him though at 160. Let's be real, bro. It all depends, what Samson believes, where Samson believes he's at talent wise, because shit, Shane Mosley Jr. Liam Williams is about to fight, I think. Because that would be a good fight. If he's not going to fight. Ammo's a good fight. Tell him we could always put him in there with Joshua Frazier. Yo, Joshua Frazier was out here trying to fight Ammo Williams. I'm shocked my boy trying to jump up like that. That's crazy. But, yeah, what else could he do? I like the Liam Williams fight, but I believe. Let me Google Liam. I think Liam has got a fight this weekend. He do. Ain't he fighting Adam Azim or some shit like that? Oh, Hamza Sharice. Yeah, I was off by a little bit. That's a good fight, win or lose, bro. Your boy should fight him. I mean, again, he's with Samson, so it's not like Samson's gonna be trying to build him up in America. So he ain't even gonna get he ain't even gonna get a name like Liam because it don't make sense. He's only gonna get PBC opportunities, and you know what? They gonna be just as tough, you know. I could see him getting an Adames fight, considered a tune-up. James, what up? Counter.
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Who was that? Charles that said Santinian is a boogeyman all of a sudden? Like, bro, he just got an upset win, man. He ain't no fucking boogeyman. You know, and I was looking at the WBO, man. Who the fuck can he fight next, man? That's what I'm saying. 147 is shit division, man. Like, I don't recognize any of those names in the rankings for the WBO at 147, man. Besides Cody Crowley. Because he ain't going to fight Rocha again. There ain't no rematch for that. So, I don't know what's next. Like, man, I don't know, man. It's almost like when the cream, it's like they ain't build no fighters for real, man. Besides, they just held on just to the top four names, man. The Danny, Spence, Bud, and Sean Porter for real, man. Other than that, they ain't build no other fighters to really take over next. I mean, if Boots is really built properly, more people will believe in him better. That we will believe that he can actually compete with the Crawford, but we don't even believe in that for real. So with that being said, man, I think 147 is going to be the division that Boots is probably going to stay at for maybe the next 2 years. Because it's going to be really a safe haven for him based on his resume, in my personal opinion. Because I don't think he's all that. I think he's all hype for real. Ness, I know you can't honestly answer, man, but what do you think of it? What do you think of a 30 fight person like Boots, man? Like, if you wasn't to see his name, would you think he's really like that? Looking at that resume,
I mean, the thing is, you don't gotta look at Boots' resume. You seen what he done in the ring, bro.
but
You
the
gotta
people against him,
respect the Villa fight, cause like I thought
it's hard for
Rashidi
me to
beat.
respect that.
Why?
It's hard for me to respect that because Villa was supposed to be there. Villa was like was a final round upset win. You know what I'm saying? He really stole that victory from Rashidi. He really
Yeah,
stole that victory from
but
Rashidi.
that don't make him not good. It still was a tight fight with Rashidi. Whether you thought Rashidi won or Villa won, he was good enough to make a fight with Speedy Rashidi
Come on,
Ellis that spars with Canelo.
my nigga, Ness.
Nah,
If it
you
wasn't
not
for
being
what
fair.
those 3 or 4 knockdowns, Ness, that he got, bro, you know that fight was not close, bro.
Champ, but listen to what you're doing right now. You talking about, yo, if it wasn't for 3 or 4 like that's what we want from
That shit sounds
fighters.
crazy, man. That shit do sound crazy, but it was just so shocking that it happened, though, man.
I
That's what it
mean,
was. It was so, like Rashidi's legs were gone that bad. That's why it was shocking, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't believe in him, man. I mean, Villa, one thing he showed me that he's just a tough guy. He's just tough and gritty. He ain't even shown me that he's really that good. So, I mean, do you think Villa's gonna go into a different sanctioning body and get a belt in the future? Like, I don't know. You tell me, Ness, man. Do you think? I mean, let me ask you this, man. Out of all the boxing divisions that we have right now, we got 135. I'll say 135, 140, 147, 154. I think 147 is going to be the least watched over the next 2 years, in my personal opinion.
no, I can see why you're saying that, man, but you never know. Tank could move up.
Come on, my nigga.
Devin could move up. He said he was moving up. Like, you never know.
I believe Devin moving up more than I believe Tank moving up.
T.O. been saying he want to move up. He said, watch after I beat Jermaine, Bud gonna vacate the belt. He want to move up. I mean, it could get crazy real quick.
If Teo moves up, then he's going to immediately be the face of 147. He's going to immediately be the face of 147 over Boots, in my opinion, because he has more of a proven track record. I think Tszyu got way more buy-in than Boots does right now. But I could be wrong, or I could be right, like I am most of the time. I think Tszyu will be the face of 147 before the end of this year, if he's moving up immediately. But anyways, Ness, man, I just wanted to chop it up with you, man, real quick, man, because that's my thoughts, man. Anyways, man, shout out to you, shout out to the community, man. Y'all have a blessed night, man.
All right, appreciate you. We got Charles back at us. I don't know, man, you lost service or something, but we was hearing you fine.
Ness, can you hear me now?
We heard you back then. You just kept asking me, can I hear you? Couldn't hear me. We heard you.
Well, I couldn't get back on. My bad, brother. I send you a counter punch, but and I respect James Benitez. I respect his boxing mind. I just don't get the hate. My thing is this. I don't get the hate. I get what he's saying, but my question to James Benitez, and again, this ain't no disrespect, Benitez, because I know how you get down. I know you be ready for the smoke. But at the end of the day, what do you want him to do if guys don't want to fight him? At 147, what's wrong with him going to Matchroom? What's wrong with him going over there? What's wrong with him fighting a Conor Bill? What's wrong with him fighting a Barrios? What's wrong with him fighting a Cody Crowley? What's wrong with him fighting, just cleaning out the division and just defending your belt and then going after the belts? I don't understand what the problem is with that. And again, James Benitez, I posed this question to you. What do you want the man to do if people don't want to fight him? Yeah. Is Tszyu more proven? Of course. That's not even a comparison. But at the end of the day, the man can't do nothing if people don't want to fight him, Ness. He's got to do what Crawford did at 140. Don't just clean out the division. Just clean your division out. Get over there with Matchroom. PBC is not going to work. Get over there with Matchroom. We don't even know if Top Rank would even consider him. We don't know. But at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with, could 147 be one of the weaker divisions? But that's not his problem. Clean out the division and then go get your big fights. Because at the end of the day, and I pose this question to anybody, especially James Benitez, if nobody wants to fight you, what you need to do is clean out your division, defend your belt. That's it. That's it. Like, at the end of the day, that's what Devin did. Devin was patient. I mean, business-wise, Devin has more going on for himself. But at this point in Boots' career, just clean out your division. Clean out your division. Get with Matchroom. Let Eddie be a mouthpiece for you. I think you got the goods. But for people like James Benitez, just clean out the division. If they keep doubting, just keep winning. It's that simple. It's not Boots' fault that 147 is weak. That doesn't make him weak. All he got to do is defend his belt. I mean, I don't understand. Again, I respect James Benitez with the fullest. I just don't understand what he want Boots to do. If he ain't fighting nobody, Jay Benitez, then let him defend it. If it's a weak division, let him defend it. Get his belts. Go undisputed. Because the guy can't do nothing if you bozy. You can't make people fight your son. Plain and simple. So I just don't get the hate. Yeah, of course, he can't do nothing because, okay, he can't fight all the best guys. Well, if the best guys don't want to fight him, Crawford and Spence they're ahead of him. They're not going to fight him. So just do what any other champion would do. If the competition is weak, ain't nothing I could do but just keep winning. Because at the end of the day, if he keeps winning, if he cleans out 147 week or not, they're going to have to fight him at 154 or they're going to have to get out of the way. But let Eddie be the mouthpiece. Because at the end of the day, for all of us who are real boxing fans and we see what we see, Ness, he looked like the real deal. I feel Benitez on the fact that, okay, he ain't fought nobody, but the guy can't do nothing if people don't want to fight him. He just needs to clean out his division and just keep moving about his business. I feel the same way that's what Haney did. I mean, Bill is much more of a mouthpiece, but hey, Haney left 135. He stood there. Tank ain't fight him. He cleaned out the division. He went up to 140. He got a belt. That's all Boots need to do. And Santion is a good fight. I don't know if Top Rank will give Boots that, but I don't know. I just don't understand the hate, Ness, if nobody want to fight the guy. But I'm going to hang up, keep doing what you're doing, you know. But I think Boots is the goods, man.
All right. James.
Man, shout out to Charles, man. I respect you, bruh. But man, why I don't really respect Boots, man. Boots, when he came into this boxing shit, man, prematurely, first thing he said was he's going to undisputed 147, 154, 160, 168. He had a clear chance. It's reportedly now saying he had two chances to go ahead and just prove what's all right, that he was going to live by the words that he said. He put his hand down. He didn't take the fight with Crawford. So with that being said, man, that's just all smoke and mirrors right there. You can't come in the game talking that kind of cash shit. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to have Gillian Wallow, all of Philadelphia believe in you more than the proven fighter that they have up in Philly right now, Stephen Fulton, that was actually taking the tough fights. Didn't Stephen Fulton, wasn't he the B-side of like 9 straight fights and beat like 9 straight prospects or whatever, high-level prospects, and took their name and brand and really made his own brand? He did that. You know, he showed true Philly grit. Whereas Boots, on the other hand, yeah, okay, he fought one common opponent with Bud, as in Thomas Delorme. Cool. Whatever. He stopped in the first round. You know, and that shit was even, I think even that was like only like a plus 100 or 200 or whatever on the betting lines, if I remember correctly, for that first round KO, which is crazy. So that means he was done. Maybe Boots should just fight another common opponent in David Avenesian. Whatnot. Go ahead and get his first defense with David Avenesian. Then after that, maybe go ahead and try to unify or whatnot with Stanionis and maybe clear out 147 within a year and a half. I'll try to give him some grace, man, for the next month, just for you, Charles, because I respect your call. But man, he gonna have to make me a believer though, bro. I give him 18 months. I'll give him 18 months of grace. I'll tone it down just a little bit about Boots Ness. I give you my word on that. I'm good about giving my word. So, anyways, man, shout out to y'all. What do you think about that, Ness, man? Maybe David Avenesian, because I think he's free right now, right? Do you think that's a decent fight for him?
I mean, yeah, but are we? Why are we picking Avenesian? Because we don't believe Al will give him Stanionis or
Absolutely
Barrios.
not. Come on, man. You know, nah. He's not going to give him because he got those other guys already in position for their belts already. So I think they're at the question. So I think Avenesian, we got to find a decent name that's actually not in line that we can actually be still made believers of. And somebody, maybe he can stop Avenesian better than Bud did, because Bud stopped him in 6? Maybe he can get Avenesian out of there, because Avenesian's wasn't Avenesian a former regular or something like that back in the day, and a long time top 10. He was a long time top 10 WBO fighter for a while, right? If I ain't mistaken. So I mean, that would be a solid name. It wouldn't be a bad name, but it'll be a solid name. It'll be more respectable than some of the stuff. I believe his win over Avenesian more than I believe the Villa win. That's all. That's just my point of view right there. Besides that, man, I don't know, man. You know, maybe he just gets a few title
Somebody
defenses and
on
move.
Twitter tagged us and said, "Let Boots get his get back versus Antoine Russell." Since
Get the
this
fuck out of here.
I
See,
mean,
y'all trying to make me sway. I'm about to sway real quick, man.
but I mean, this is the day of moving up. Keith moving up. Isak moving up. Why can't Antoine move up?
Man, I don't know, man. I really believe the Russell said the wrong fucking thing to Al Heyman, man, and they ain't gonna get no love, man. Because ever since he turned down the Puyo fight, man, he been MIA for real. He was in line to actually be a titleist, man, before Rolly, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, why is Antoine Russell goddamn ghost? I mean, we don't hear nothing about him being injured. I don't hear anything about him, any medical conditions, mental health, anything like that. I see him in the gym time to time. So with that being said, man, the Russells might have fucked up, man. He might have took a page from Gary, Gary Russell Jr. said the wrong thing in a meeting, or turned down the wrong other fight after the Puyo fight. Who knows, man? But I don't know. I'm really starting to get that feel that we might not be seeing the Russell name too much longer in boxing. I think they might be forced out the sport, kind of like what Darrell said, right? But either way it goes, man. If they brought him up and made that fight happen, that'll be a good fight. That'll be a respectable fight. That what a lot of people would be like, yo, that's so much history there. We will definitely love to see that. But I doubt that happens, man. Go for Avanesian, man. Go for Gabriel Maestri. And that's my call, Ness. I'll holler at you on the next one.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
Ness,
Yo.
I sent you a counterpunch. Can I respond to Jay Benitez?
Sure, do it, champ.
Okay, so my question to Benitez, and shout out to the car. I'm not against Avanesian, but again, why do we need Avanesian unless we going after Bud? Bud is not going to fight Boots. My question to Jay Benitez and everybody else that don't think Boots is the goods, you have a right to believe that. But my question is this: what has Boots done wrong? At the end of the day, how old is Boots? I got two questions. How old is Boots? Okay, we making it seem like he's like fights are passing him by. Okay, he didn't get the Crawford fight. Some people say he should have took that Crawford fight for whatever reason. He didn't go the WBO route. Okay, cool. We know that Crawford ain't gonna fight him now, and I don't blame Crawford for not fighting him now. He's not on the same trajectory. But my question to Jay Benitez is, how old is Boots? When you that young and you a quote unquote boogeyman, and again, Jay Benitez, you may not believe that he a boogeyman, but the way the division is treating him and a lot of fighters are treating him, they treat him like a boogeyman. So again, my question to you and to all the Boots detractors, what would you have him do? He can't fight Crawford. Spencer's not going to fight him. Okay? Again, that wave is gone. Okay? You got Stanionis. You know, you got the rest of these fighters. To me, and Ness, I don't know if you agree with this or not. To me, the only thing that's missing from Boots' career, in my personal opinion, is a great promoter. Somebody being a mouthpiece for him. He's got the talent. He's got the skills. But he doesn't have that Bill Haney coming out saying, I got the best fight in the world. A lot of things people got to give Bill credit for Devin because at the end of the day, Bill is out front saying it, calling people out. That's what Boots needs. Bozy is not that. There's nothing wrong with that because Bozy is a boxing guy. He's not a promoter. If you get Eddie Hearn in front of this guy, if you get Eddie Hearn as a mouthpiece, then at the end of the day, I think that's what he needs. If you get Eddie in front, you let him clear out the division, they got to fight him, Jay Benitez. That's my point. The guy is young. What the guy is missing is fights. The reason why the guy's not getting fights because he doesn't have the right promoter. If he gets the right promoter, if he gets the mouthpiece, if he gets the Bill Haney, if he gets the Eddie Hearns saying, just out there speaking and saying this guy's a truth, and don't forget, Ness and everybody else, this guy is still young. He's not 30 years old yet. He's still got a lot of time to do it. There's nothing wrong with cleaning out 147. Even if 147 is weak, let's get this promoter, let's get this 3 or 4 fight deal, and let Eddie put you out there and you keep doing what you're doing. Again, James Benitez. Boots is still young, man. He's still young. Don't forget that. It's not like it's not like he Earl Spence. He's still young. We just need that promoter, Ness. Appreciate you.
I mean, I think it's more than that because you saying clear out the division and shit like that, but like, you right. He gonna need somebody like Eddie and a network like the Zone that doesn't have a lot of American talent, so they'd be willing to invest. Cause you talking about clear out the division, who he gonna fight though? Like they gotta pay for them fights. They gotta put them fights on the air. So if it ain't Earl and it ain't Crawford, you know, and he's going to Matchroom because of you, I mean, that mean he got to get Golden Boy to work with him to get Rocha. He got to get Top Rank to work with him to get Giovanni Stantillion. Again, Brian Norman's not ready. Cody Crowley's PBC. It's like, okay, let's stay in the IBF. Clear out the IBF. Purse bid with Cody Crowley because he's number 3. Number 4 is Top Rank. After that, you got Jin Sasaki. Then you got Karen again. Then you got Roman Villa again. Who the fuck is Harry Scarf? Man, what the fuck is going on? You got Eso Asunman. That's Jesus. Timboski's boy. I mean, yeah, man, it's tough to say clear out the division. And I think Chakram, maybe he could get the Chakram Gaiasov fight, but that might be Salida, who just struck a DAZN deal. So I guess it could make sense if he's with Matchroom. Butayev, we gotta assume might still be with PBC. The division ain't sexy, bro. He really need a good promoter that's willing to put him in these fights. These are meaningless fights. The best fights for him are Giovanni Stantillion, Cody Crowley, Josh Taylor. I'm struggling. I guess Jamal James, Avanesian. And I'm throwing Jamal in there knowing that he's with Al. That's really it, bro. Butayev is a good fight, but nobody knows Butayev. A little dirty motherfucker don't deserve a title shot anyway. Bro, look how bad the division is. Number 6 in the WBA is Pablo Cesar Cano. It's just, you feel me? It's not the greatest right now. It's not the greatest right now. It's going to be tough. He going to need, again, someone willing to do that, willing to pay for that. Those are tough fights to ask a network to yeah, I don't know. Does DAZN want to put on Boots versus, I guess Cody Crowley is good, but that's what I'm saying. Now you asking Eddie Hearn to sign 2 fighters or sign Boots with his affiliations to PBC and somehow get Cody Crowley to fight him on DAZN. That ain't happening. The next biggest fight is Top Rank versus DAZN in your scenario because now Boots is with DAZN and Eddie, so they got to work with Top Rank to get Stantillion, which is a title shot, and we did have the matchmaker on. They'd be willing to send Stantillion anywhere for a title shot. He said that. He made it clear. We did ask him that, specifically about Boots. So maybe that's doable. So you got 1 fight. Then, I mean, I guess if you can do Stantillion and Alexis Rocha and you let them do 2 title defenses, in that time you want to hope that, you know, Barrios got elevated. But again, Barrios ain't going to unify. If Boots ain't on that side, he ain't unifying with him. But listen, man, that's it with the matchmaking. Holy shit, we got callers. I thought I was about to be a part of this. Beesh. LV, what up?
TBV.
What's
I'm straight.
Good? Yes, sir.
Man, yeah, man. I really don't like that for Keith, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just no huge fan, but at the same time, man, it just looks like it's a making for, you know, the- you know, what they say, a sacrifice, like, you know what I mean? For real, like this man inactive, moving up to 154 first time. Not even 154. You know what I'm saying? It's 150. You giving this man an extra pound. You know what I'm saying, to come in, ready. And Tim Tszyu been on doing what he been doing, building up his resume. And you know what I'm saying? It just seems like just the beginning of the end for Thurman, man. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can give us a good fight, look good. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I just feel like this gonna be a knockout for Tim Tszyu, man. So good luck to him, and if you do win, like, where you go from here? You find at 155, what, you go back down to 154, you try to go to 160, probably try to fight lower. You know what I mean? So he'll probably have options. I'm pretty sure he'll have options though. But where will you go? Where you gonna stay at 154? What you gonna stay at 160 basically? You know what I'm saying? 150. So I don't. We just had to see. How everything shake. But yeah, I just see Tim Tszyu knocking him out for real, man. But on the Boots tip, it's looking kind of. I don't know, man. Like you say, I think he got to sign with PBC to get these fights, man. That's the only way it's looking for Boots for me. How it's looking. Uh, I think the Boots Barrios will be nice. As long as we can get that I guess that Bud Spence or whatever they gonna do with that. You know what I'm saying? They get that fight out the way, and them belts vacate near the end of the year, and Barrios get elevated, and you have a big fight by the end of the year. Boots Barrios, for unification. So, like you said, though, he's going to have to get in line with Al or something. It seems like, just understanding how this boxing shit works. So, yeah, man, that's basically what I. But the fight, right now, before we get to the end of the year, I'm not sure, is that probably Cody Crowley. You know what I'm saying? But I want to act the fighter. I don't want Stanley on this. That man ain't fought since the Spence Ugas undercard. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was at that fight, and that seemed so long ago. So I don't want no Stanley on it. That man got to get back active. But yeah, man, that's all I really got, man. That's
Champ, appreciate you. H Town, Leo.
What up, Ness?
What up?
No, I mean, he's got no choices, man. Like his only choice is to fight Crawley, and there's no money in the division right now. The division's being cleared out. He's gonna have to either wait for Tio and Devin to come up, and then hopefully get a money fight with them, or he's gonna have to do what Shakur did and go ahead and move up to a 54, and then continue trying to hunt down Earl and Bud. There's no money at 147 right now. And Boots is just going to be one of them fighters. He's coming up in a awkward time in his division. I mean, he could bite the bullet and try to get to 140 and get one of them boys. I mean, I know it's probably asking a lot for him to get down to 140, but I mean, if he wants money and he wants to make a money fight, there's no money at 47 until Tio and Devin, and hopefully Ryan moves up, because they're talking about Ryan moving up now. So I mean, other than that, he's gonna have to stick it up, fight Crawley, standing owners, and be making minimal money and taking risks. I don't see anything else from this.
If he could get Crowley, man.
Yeah, because they probably try to keep him away from him too.
I mean, Crowley went back to Canada. I hear he wasn't on the best of terms.
But, boxing moves like the mafia. You upset one person, look what happened to the Russell brothers.
Yep.
So we'll see, man. Sucks for Boots. I mean, like I said, I don't think he's proven, but he's got the potential to be great. But if you can't ever prove it with anybody, then you're gonna be stuck like Chuck.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Boston, new caller. Who's this?
What's up? Can you hear me, Ness? My name's DP. That's what I go by. What's happening?
DP, what up? Chillin'.
All right. Thanks for having my call, man. So I hear a lot of people talking about Boots, and they're concerned with him. I can still talk, right? I'm not cut off already, right?
Nah, that was starting the round.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is how I feel about it, Ness. Boots needs to stay right where he's at because, I hear people saying he needs to go to Matchroom. My question to you, Ness, I just ask you, what has PBC not done for Boots? I think he fought twice last year. He fought twice the year before, and nowadays fighting twice, especially on a PBC, is that's like a miracle. So I think if he waits, if he stays patient, Al Heyman got big plans for him, huge plans. I think if people really think that Heyman don't have no plan for Boots, then Heyman's not good at his job. That's like one of his top fighters, one of his best fight, one of his aces in the hole, Boots Ennis.
So why are you losing his prime years then? This is his prime.
His prime year? Well, he
my brother, he is 20.
But he fought twice last year in that, though.
Champ, he's 26 years old, and he just got a belt emailed to him. Devin Haney is 25 years old, undisputed, with 5 belts in one division, moved up and became the WBC champ. That's 6 belts
why that is,
in 25 years of age.
Okay, man. You're right. Because we know Devin Haney, he's a free agent. He's been hopping around. He's around those divisions
but
where
that's the
he
point,
can move. But
my brother, that's the point we making. You asking this man to keep being loyal when you're also condoning a contender fighting twice a year for the last 2 years. Because remember, he ain't a champ. I mean, he's a champ, but he just got the belt. So he ain't a defending champ. His last fight, he wasn't a champ. He was an interim champ. So you condoning a contender fighting twice a year, man.
No. He's not a contender. I disagree with that. He's not necessarily a contender.
No. Don't misunderstand me. Before he got elevated, my brother, he was a contender. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Before he got elevated. Fair enough. Or let's be technical. Before he got the interim's title, he was a contender.
Right.
And it's unfair to him to only fight twice a year. I think I got Diego Pacheco's resume still pulled up. And he fought 1, 2, 3 times in 2023 and already fighting the first quarter of 2024. And that's a contender. That's a contender that don't got a world title.
But Ness, Boots is higher than Pacheco right now.
That's
way
my.
Higher.
Oh my
Pacheco,
God. Oh my God. You're not even get. That's my point, champ.
Okay.
But the contender.
Right, so let me ask you this.
But the matchroom fighter got more activity.
Yes, that I agree. I'm gonna agree with you that the zone got more dates. So if he went there, he'd probably be a little more active. But who you gonna be fighting? Jack Catterall and them dudes? Come on, man. You think niggas really gonna be signing up for him to fight Jack Cat? All right, maybe we'll see Richardson Hitchens. He's at 140.
I'll tell you. I'm gonna give you a good fight, and you match it with a better PBC fight. Ready? Giovanni Stantillian.
Right,
Giovanni Stantillian versus Boots on the zone. What you got?
That's top rank. He's top rank.
Yeah,
so that
I already interviewed Bruce, Brad Goodman on this show. I already asked them live on this show. You could go listen. That if they got an offer from Boots for a title shot for Stantillian, would they let him go? He said yes. So there's no issue. The only issue is Boots don't got nobody sending money offers. But guess what would happen if he signed to Eddie? Eddie would send Giovanni an offer. Eddie and Top Rank done business with Hooker and Ramirez. But go ahead and match my fight.
Right.
Match my fight. What you gonna say, Cody
Okay,
Crowley?
I'll match your fight. I'm just gonna throw you an easy one. You probably gonna knock this down, but what's up with Rashidi? Them dudes went out. I know he took that loss, but Rashidi, he's
Rashidi
still
on a
top
2-year
fighter. He beat
layoff.
Rocha.
Rashidi on a 2-year
Oh, he
layoff,
is?
man. Come
Oh,
on, man.
shit.
He ain't fought since the Villa fight.
Okay, I'll give you another one then. How about who else could he fight? I mean, PBC stat. Y'all tripping. He could fight. All right. You already mentioned Cody Crowley. That Crowley fight's there. Barrios is there.
Barrios is
y'all
there.
think Crop?
Bro.
I know.
Let me ask you a question, bro. So you're Barrios, right? And
yes.
You fought Tank Davis in front of almost 21,000 people. Did great numbers, and your profile went through the roof. Your next fight.
Yep.
Your next fight is Thurman on pay-per-view again.
Yep. That was pay-per-view?
Oh yeah. Then
I didn't know that.
then they give you two, right? Is it two tune-ups or one? Was it Giovanni Santiago after that, and that's it? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and then the Ugas fight where he was the underdog.
Yeah, the Ugas. Yeah, he came out. He beat up.
They
Ugas.
gave you Ugas who had 5 losses, maybe 6 losses, coming off a broken face. Like, bro, they love Barrios. Can't you see that? They love Barrios.
Yeah, but you want to know why they love Barrios, though, Ness? Because he's always willing to fight.
Champ.
Just like Tim Tszyu.
Listen to me. If I call you and I say, yo, Barrios, I got Tank for you, you damn near a foot taller than Tank. You obviously matching his power. Tank said after that fight, he don't want to fight at 40. He only fought him.
Right.
So you matching his power. You understand?
Yep.
I don't see how Louis DeCuba sold you out. Then I turn around and I give you Thurman off a 2-year layoff with the hair cut. Samson already cut the hair. Come on, man. They treating Barrios they treating Barrios like he Al's son. Man, fuck around. Barrios' first son gonna be just like Leo Santa Cruz, named Al.
So I wanted to ask you next. I wrote down some notes here. I wanted to know first, what do you think of this card? I almost think I know your opinion now because you're sort of not too high on Boots staying at PBC. So that already tells me you're probably not too thrilled with this card, are you? March 30.
Fuck no. Who the fuck asked for Thurman? Who asked for Thurman to fight a catchweight versus Tim Tszyu for a non-title? Come on, bro.
Nobody asked for it, but can I tell you what I think they're trying to do? This is what I think they're trying to do next. They gotta get the pieces out.
Champ, why do I gotta be part of your plan financially? If you got a plan for boxing, roll it out for free. But no, you want me to pay for I'm a pawn. You telling me I'm a pawn. You talking about, they got a plan. They got a plan and they got to push these pieces out so then they can give you these fights. So I'm going to not buy this one and wait for the next one because this one ain't part of the plan.
But Ness, let me ask you this. Why is Crawford so quiet on the Spence rematch? He's a pawn. He's a pawn in the Al Haymon game. He don't even know.
That fight is off the table. I don't know where you've been at. That fight is done.
No, I've heard it's voided, but it's really not clear. I mean, Spence said let's run it back last week.
He made it clear. Crawford made it clear by coming out on Twitter and saying, I'm glad it's over and done, Spence. I wish you the best. Crawford moving on. What are you talking about?
I know I've seen that, but I've heard some pushback by, after that, Spence responded and said, get out your feelings, let's run it back. So that told me Spence still thinks it's on.
That just sounds like Spence, like Ryan, trying to get a fight.
Okay. All right, so next, let me ask you this. Say like
Boots goes to Matchroom, right? He fights the dude that you're saying that knocked out Rocha, right? That dude, he's a good fighter. That'd be a great fight. I'm on board. I like all boxing. I'm not just PBC. I fucks with anyone that puts on the best fight. So
Then he turn around and fight. He could turn around and fight Alexis Rocha after that. And knowing Eddie, he'll pay for fucking Blair to Flair. And then by then, Boots would be selling more than 3,500 in AC. And Conor Ben will finally give him an international fight. But listen, I gotta go. I got hella callers. I done gave you a million.
All right,
hours.
thank you for that. I tell you what, you gave me some insight. I'm gonna consider that. Maybe he should go, but I just want you to think of my way that if he stays, Heyman got some plans for him. That's my opinion.
Give us your timeline. Give us your timeline. When them plans start?
My timeline is right. Okay, he got 14 dates, right? We're already in March now, so that's 3 months already missing. So he's got 14 dates to all smash inside those months, you know. So what I mean by that is, you can stick Boots on the next card. You don't think Heyman got something planned for Boots? That's his one of his best up-and-coming guys.
Oh, my God. This dude only gets time because he's crazy. Listen, so you saying they got 14 dates. They got 14 dates, yes. And they going to give one of them to Boots. Versus who? Versus who?
No. I didn't say one. He done fought twice every year under Al Heyman. Not once. He's always fought twice. Twice a year. I think he fought 3 or 4 times.
So he's not headlining. So in this scenario, he's not headlining.
No. This is the thing, because Amazon Prime's deal is so small, right?
So he's not headlining. So you're not even priority. More reason to leave and go to Matchroom.
And go fight the UK guy.
I gotta go. Listen, champ, you looking at it long term, and I get that shit. But my brother, he 26 years old. My dude, Shakur 26. 3 division champ. Unified. 2-time Ring Magazine belt holder. You understand? Like, y'all keep talking this he young shit. Okay, man. Okay. Khaled.
Yo, what up, bro? How you doing?
You know, loving my job. What up? Damn,
what
Khaled,
up?
don't go nowhere. Anyway, go ahead. Tip, I'm sorry. I owe you a counter punch right after Khaled. Go for it, champ.
All right, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Let's see. So over there, I think Boots should probably get the Cody Crowley or Rashidi. That'd be good if you got one of them. Cody, because they got to get Cody a fight. Rashidi coming off the loss.
One question. Cody or Rashidi,
yeah.
Is that a main event on the 14 Amazon? Well, now it's 13. 13 left.
No, never.
Okay, so he an
undercard
undercard fighter.
Yes.
World champion undercard fighter. All right. Let me ask you a question. Would he be an undercard fighter on Top Rank as an IBF champion in the welterweight division? What about on Matchroom?
No.
Oh, why?
No. All right. Hey, yeah. So I think it's do that. I think it's more unfortunate that Stanionis. Can we get a date for Stanionis? Arguably the second best welterweight in the division. Can we get him a date? Like, he needs to leave. Like,
bruh,
he
need to leave, bro. That dude literally did an interview with us and told us that he is broke. That these canceled fights have been killing him. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on right there, bro. Like, somebody need to give him a stipend. He deserve a stipend.
Right, bro. Like, yeah, bro. He had hella fights canceled. Like, he trying to, yeah, bro. See, that's the fucked up shit about the boxing shit. Like, that's the fucked up part about it. But I was cool with that Thurman Tim Tszyu shit until you told me it was a catchweight. I thought he was going up and, about to get the title shot. But if it's a catchweight, I'm not jacking it. But you did say that it's 3 fights leading up to the pay-per-view. I don't like it, but we got Thurman.
Oh, I ain't know. You know Michael Zapata then.
Oh, no, I never. Hell nah. But I can get to know him, though.
Okay.
I can
So
get
so
to
he
know
gonna be taking his mandatory title shot versus Landi. How old is Laura? Let me look this shit up for you, man. Is Laura 40? Is he 40?
him. Yeah, damn near. He might be. He was old. He was
Iris
old fighting Canelo.
Landy Laura box
And he's
rec.
Cuban. We don't know their age.
Yeah. He 40, B. He 40.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, I see it. I see it, and I mean, it makes sense from like, bro. Like we
Hey,
gotta
champ.
like who
Did you know that Laura last fought on Memorial Day weekend of 2022?
Nah, I didn't know that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yo,
Okay.
did you know?
Well,
Did you know that Michael Safada, he ain't fight since 2022 either.
damn, is this all on that card?
Yeah. This your opener. This the title fight. That WBA Strizap. The
Oh
Strizzy.
wow. Oh yeah, that's rough. That's rough. But look though, you got Rolly and you got Pitbull Cruz. You got the little man fighting the big man. They just trying to get the vibes up.
Yeah, I mean Rolly ain't fight since
90
that
seconds.
robbery. Remember that robbery?
Yeah, I remember that shit. I remember that shit.
And before that, you know, he was sleeping.
Yeah, hell yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Nah.
Hey,
it's just that we forget. It's so much boxing.
Like that.
It's so much boxing
Yeah.
we forget. But don't forget Isak either. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fight since he lost to Giovanni Cabrera on Top Rank.
You're right. That's a minute.
60 seconds.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of things. You know, since you break it down like that, I'm really not. But I'm gonna watch it because we gotta watch it. But it's fucked up though. You're right. It is fucked up. That they gonna make us pay for that. You're right, bro. But that's my call, man. Go ahead, hop on that counter punch. I appreciate it.
You the champ. Yeah, they gonna call me a hater because they gonna say I'm nitpicking, and I'm just telling the fucking truth. My man ain't fight since November 2022, Michael Zafada. The other one ain't fight since like Memorial Day weekend 2022, Islandri Laura. Keith ain't fight since Abraham Lincoln fucking passed away. Like, yo, come on, man. Come on, we gotta be better than that. That's what I'm saying. You fools is conditioned, bruh. And I'm done. You understand?
10 seconds.
I'm done being conditioned, bruh. It's like I said, if this they plan, I'm tuning in the second quarter then. This they second quarter or this they first quarter, because they starting late. But all I know is I'm tuning in around June. I ain't fucking with this shit. Not for $80. Shit. The fuck? Shit. Motherfuckers acting like this economy out here booming and shit, and we could just throw away 80. Like, this the same shit I said about the fucking shirts, man. And Earl had to drop the price. Like, why we acting like just because we like these fighters, we on a tax bracket? Motherfucker, I'm not buying. Do you go to the supermarket, motherfucker, and buy milk with chunks in it past the sell date? Because that's what this is. This shit stink. Once you open the top, it smell. It stink, man. Spoiled milk. All these motherfuckers is expired. Expired. Sell past date. Expiration. Come on, man. Y'all wildin', bro. And y'all, the shit, that's why I call it conditioning, because it's like, yo, motherfuckers I've been talking to for 10 years saying this shit. It's like, bro, what's wrong with you? How you on some zombie shit? Like, is you plugged in? Is you like part of the Matrix, motherfucker? What the fuck you mean? This is a good fight. Nah, that's shit. Name that. Man, shut the fuck up, man. You conditioned. You got 7 years of garbage. So you think all garbage is normal. No, man, fuck all that. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, you got dudes calling in, talking about, yo, Boots gotta be patient. Motherfucker, 26 years old. Be patient. At 27, Danny Garcia was unified champion at 140. WBC, WBA, and IBF, I believe, plus Ring Magazine, cook Eric Morales, cook Amir Khan. Y'all talking about, yo, he 26, he got time, he fought Sergey Lipinets. Man, shut the fuck up. You ain't no boxing fan. You some New Jack City ass nigga out here trying to act like you watch boxing. You another researcher. PYP researching ass motherfuckers, man. Y'all don't watch the sport. Nah, he 26, Ness. He gotta be patient. Al Heyman got a plan. How about this plan? The Zone ain't got no American as good as Boots. They would have his ass headlining. My man said, no, he gonna fight Cody Crowley on an undercard. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all better never ever become managers. Go manage hamsters, man. Go manage some lab rats, man. You motherfuckers gonna destroy a career. Be patient. He ain't been patient. He ain't been patient because I ain't never seen a contender fighting twice a year. He ain't been patient, motherfucker. What the fuck? 2 fights a year, that ain't being patient for a motherfucker that wasn't a champion. You got top-ranked fighters out here. Them motherfuckers clocking in quarterly. Quarterly, they got to fight. Quarterly, they got a fight poster. Quarterly, they got fight videos and all types of paraphernalia for their fights to promote and build their social medias and their profiles. They fighting regularly. Even my man, Jahad Tucker, he lost. What they do? Brought his ass right back. Right back. He got to draw what they said. Man, we showcasing him. We gonna give him fights he could win now. Why? Because he earned his stripes. Somehow, Keith, the main event and the A side. PBC, yo, Tim Tszyu, I guess Tim Tszyu looking at it like, Ness, why I'ma listen to you and think that I'm being disrespected by being the B-side? They serving him up to me, and he right. Keith the one that need to be disrespected. He being fooled into taking this fight under the thing that he's the A-side. But truth be told, is Tim Tszyu the A-side. He getting the old name like Canelo got Mosley. He the one don't gotta make the weight he struggles to make. He the one got articles out there saying it's tough to make weight. He the one want to go to 160. But somehow you gonna get the Thurman brigade to call in and say he the A-side. That he the reason this fight is on pay-per-view, and he the reason is in Las Vegas, and yada, 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 yada. But in actuality, the young stud is the A-side. The young stud is being fed the old lion with the name. At the most best time in the career. I mean, my man almost got 3 years out the ring. I'm telling you, listen, Turkey Al-Sheikh said it best. These cards need to have names. The name of this card need to be for old time's sake. That's the name of this card, for old time's sake, man. They all need themes. We won't never forget this one, because this one is for old time's sakes, man. It's like a bunch of dudes, motherfuckers ain't really caring about, that's been inactive, getting active. Like, Bruh, the best fight is Rolly Isak Cruz and Isak moving up. Moving up. Never won a title at 35. Time to go. This is what I'm saying. And how old is Isak Cruz? 25 years old. He about to move out of the 35 division. Never won a world title on some fucking shit. Like, fuck it, I'm moving up. I ain't win a world title there, but at least I fought the biggest name in Tank. I'm out. That's what's cool with motherfuckers these days. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Yo, I never thought I'd see the day where Adrian Broner will be a dude that go in the history books forever, because there's not going to be a lot of people that could break his record. Like, a lot of these motherfuckers will not become 4-time champions, 4-division champions. They just won't. Like, we underappreciated Adrian Broner, bruh. Dude from 35 moved up, beat up champion in Paulie Malignaggi. Granted, I ain't have him winning. I thought Paulie out-jabbed him. I got to be honest, but it don't matter. He moved up for the welterweight. Real welterweight. Next fight, Marcos Maidana. Because of us, Broner is who he is, because we was too hard on him, because boxing fans ain't shit. But he went 12 rounds with Marcos Maidana in the fight of the year. It's a fight you could watch right now and still have fun watching it. A fight where he broke Maidana's jaw too. A fight where I got an interview with Maidana immediately after in his locker room, and he said Adrian Broner hit me the hardest I ever been hit. But we shit on him so much, he ended up not wanting the rematch, selling his right to the rematch to Mayweather for $1.5 million step-aside money, and becoming the Broner you know. And he probably would have been different had he went right into that rematch like AJ. You see? See, AJ went right back into the fight with Ruiz and got that win. And he went right back into the fight with Usyk and didn't get them wins. But he came out mentally better than that, because look where he's at today. But Broner, that shit broke Broner. That shit Broner never got over that Maidana loss. Never. Tim Tszyu, what up? Late night boxing talk. Fuck. Real shit. No man fans in the camp, man. If you ain't talking boxing, don't come over here, man. This ain't the daytime show for the casuals, man. It's the hardcore show. Baby Joker, what up?
Yo, buenas noches. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up, bro? Hey, it's fight week. You know, fucking Munguia Rider picking all the Mexicans on the goddamn card this week. Yo, this fight, bro, this disgustingness. This pay-per-view they're trying to sell us is fucking trash. Fucking Rolly and Isa Cruz should be the main event. At least that shit's for a belt. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is up with this PBC shit, bro. It's a bunch of old ass fighters. Inactive fighters at that, too. How many years has the Lara been out? 10? Thurman? I think I was still in my 20s the last time he had long hair. I'm telling you, bro. After that haircut was done, it's just like Batman losing his mask. He's just Bruce Wayne, the normal civilian with money. He ain't really shit. You're about to get the shit beat out of him by Tim Tszyu. And on Tim Tszyu, bro, why didn't he take a Bud fight instead? Was Bud not?
The question is it offered, bro? The question is what, like, that, you know, people get mad at people like me that say Al Heyman doesn't do interviews, but this is why. See, Eddie Hearn sits down in front of a camera, and you like, damn, Eddie, but why didn't we get Tszyu versus Crawford? and he gonna give you an answer.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
understand that. Like, what
Like
the fuck?
we left to
That would have been a
guess.
much better pay per view. For I would have been happy with that. But
We left to
no,
guess. You
sir.
know, all the PBC gangbangers gonna tell you, yo, he got a plan.
Hey, hey. You know, I'm not an advocate for bad shit, but I highly recommend everyone that's listening to stream the shit out of this. This is disgusting. You know, we pay for this shit. These fighters, these millionaires don't really give a fuck about us, but at the end of the day, you know, if you don't pay, they're gonna have to step up their game, bro. Like, this is dumb. Boxing gets really expensive throughout the year if you keep buying pay-per-views after pay-per-views. Some of these things ain't even worth the money, bro. It's just fucking crazy. That's all I got, Ness. Don't
Yeah,
don't
man. That's the thing.
don't
We
be hating these
cannot.
motherfuckers. What was that, Ness?
Now I'm just saying we can't mistake name value for financial value. Like a lot of people like to mistake that. They're like, well, look at the names you getting. Look at the names. PBC put on the biggest events because of the net, bro.
Yeah, I would have been happier with Boots and Mario Barrios on that card too. Like, I don't understand.
You breaking up heavy. They gonna try and say that as a main event. That's what it is, bro. They're gonna try and save that as a main event if it even happens. We got Mad Bet $105 daily dose of Tanquil. Boots versus Stanionis, good fight. Tank versus everybody. Timmy putting Keith. Oh, I read that on a Barbie. Big Supermax $2. Shout out to Keith with an F. A-side, Thurman. I don't know what the fuck. ALS? I don't know what the hell. Real boy? I don't know. The Boxing Ambassador, $2. Are you okay with pay-per-view? Is it a good start to deal? I'm not okay with the pay-per-view, and I don't think it's a good start to the deal. You know? Especially not this pay-per-view, you know. I would prefer a way stronger pay-per-view. Kentrell and Phoenix. This was for Sean McCallum during the live. My bad, champ. He says, buddy, chill. We don't know you. Open up. We want to know you more. Yeah, that was when I asked him, stop being so damn secretive. Bernard Banks, $7 Canadian off top. We read that. Leonard Sterling, read that. Incredibles, Intrigue the Incredible, $5. Blair the Flair versus Boots if he can't get anyone else. I've always wanted that fight, but that's the thing. Look how long they waiting. They didn't capitalize when Blair was at his fight. They didn't capitalize when him and Blair had a fucking altercation. Not an altercation, but like a face-off in the crowd of another fight that went boxing viral. Now Blair's been out the ring 2 years, I think, bro. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, we keep him relevant because we like him, and that's what's sad, that they don't even see what we like or they don't care what we like. Leo in H-Town, $2. This a $45 pay-per-view. Saudi giving you stars for $45. And at least they're not inactive, right? Like Wilder was inactive because he was a PBC fighter. Robert Cassidy, $5. There is a fight on the zone right now with horrible production. Team, absolutely trash. What fight is that? Let me see who's next. Tim, trying you again. Oh, shit, Tim, you got to wait. I know you're going to be mad. We can hear you, but you got to wait. You got to wait. I've been supposed to went to go to Tips Counterpunch at like 9:42, man.
No problem, man.
Just mute. Don't fall off. Just mute right there. I'll be right back to you. This way you don't let me forget. Go ahead, Tip. My bad, champ. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. I was chilling anyway. Man, first off, I'd like to start off my call by thanking His Excellency Al Heyman. Listen, man. Damn, I forgot my talking point. Oh, yeah, Boots, man. Boots. Brother Boots. It's time, bro. It's time. You know, options are slimming down, and you got a choice to make. You know, you want to become a star in this sport. It's only one direction to go, my great brother. It's time to come home. Golden Boy Promotions, man. It's time to come home, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told Shakur the same thing last night. It's time to come home, bro. Golden Boy. It's time to bring the glory days back, man. Oscar gonna keep you active. Oscar gonna put you in the good fight. I mean, the good fights. You know what I'm saying? The great fights, the big fights. You know, he gonna do right by his fighters. I mean, just look at Floyd Schofield, Alexis Rocha, man. You know what I'm saying? And he not afraid to put his fighters in a risky situation. You know. Listen, bro. Yeah. It's just time to come home at this point, man. Golden Boy Promotions, dog. Don't go over there
So
fucking with
who's he
Eddie.
fighting? Who's he fighting over there?
Man, listen. Listen. Golden Boy and Top Rank have no problem working together, and you know they can make that Santion fight so he can unify over there. And it's like I said, he can defend his title, staying active, and it's great for Barrios that he will be on the other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? As they would say, because Barrios at this point, Barrios ain't losing no fights. Barrios not gonna lose any fights anytime soon. I'm sorry, unless he fighting Boots, in my opinion. Barrios not losing any fights. I mean, Giovanni might beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's a toss up. But at this point, I don't see Barrios losing any fights at 47. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like there's somebody that's special coming up. I just don't see Barrios losing a fight. But yeah, man, I think that's the big fight to make down the line. And you know what I'm saying? Golden Boy, PBC, Barrios, Jaron Ennis. Like, come on, bro. Let's just think about it. It's the green print. But this time Oscar got the black fighter and the PBC got the Hispanic fighter. So you know what I'm saying? Tables turn. It's some crazy shit just to think about. I'm telling you, Golden Boy got to get after these dudes, man. They need to go grab Shakur once that contract expires. You know what I'm saying? Bring them on over. Ness, I showed you the list last night. It's about 6 names over there for Shakur. But that's it, man. That's it. Boots, man. Just don't go over there fucking with Eddie Hearn, man. He gonna have you turn into Queensberry boots, man. Queensberry lugs.
I mean, Eddie Hearn got nothing to do with Queensberry. That would be Frank Warren. So
Yeah, but
they go to lack of boxing knowledge. You know what I mean? Knocks of boxing knowledge. Who is? Go ahead, Tim. See, Tim, you was about to let me forget you, man. I told you had to unmute as soon as he done.
Oh yeah, no, you get me. I just have to make sure, you know what I'm saying, for everything going nice and smoothly, man. You know what I'm saying. Plus, I'm watching the zone package. You know what I'm saying. Fights late night, something that we can't get on Showtime or PBC Amazon right now. You get me. Even though it ain't the best quality of opponents. You know about Devontae McDonald. You know about undefeated Joseph. What's my man's name here? Andrew Murphy.
Nah, man. Whose card is that?
The zone card, man.
No. But who's the promoter? The Zone is the network.
Oh, okay. No, it's a quiet one, man. Quiet one. You know who Ray Fry is? Ray Fry.
Hell no.
No, it's just after I know he's his agent. I know about that Devontae McDonald guy, innit? Because of his agent or whatever. I see him trying to make a few fights with our domestic guys over here, innit? That's the only way I know this guy. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting an undefeated guy, 7-0, five knockouts from where's this? He thinks from Yakima, Washington. This guy's from. So it's just a little quiet boxing card, you know what I'm saying, just to keep us hardcores nice and subtle, you know what I'm saying. But let me get back to the big work. Let me get back to the big work that you're speaking on, this man. What's going on with this boot situation, man? I'm hearing that you don't really like the 147 division because people don't really know the fighters in there. Everyone wants to take the piss out of Eku Esselman, Harry Scarf. Cool. That's all right. Cody Crowley, we don't know what's going on with him. You're not really fond of Jin Sasaki. You're not really fond of him. You know what I'm saying to you? Tell Boots to just, you know what I'm saying, just come sign over to where the zone. You can get your Shakram Giosovs. You can get your Suleiman Sissokos. You know what I'm saying? There's work over here to be done. I'm not allowing you guys to say, "Oh, there's no work. Oh, it's not the fanciest division." Oh well. Clear out the division. Well, his opinion. Well, his his outlook on the division is him and his dad said they just want to get the belts and go up, move up. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Stanionis got a belt there. He hasn't fought in about 2 years. You're not gonna fight him, right?
Damn, did he get a call?
You make Giovanni Stanstilian, or you make Cody Crowley, Shakram Giasov, or Josh Taylor. One of them two guys can fight out for the WBO, and then you can try and get unification there. It's to be honest, it's Boots' fault. It's Boots and his team's fault for not really putting him out there to try and get the facts that he's willing to be owned. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, man. I
Hello?
mean, he didn't take that WBO route, so that puts him in
And,
this
and and he had a
position.
chance. He had a chance to put himself underneath the Tank Davis undercard once again, and he said no. He wants to become his own headliner. So he's not the best guy when it comes to promoting, marketing himself. This is why I said maybe his dad needs to take a leaf out of maybe a Tio Senior's book, maybe a Devin Haney's dad's book, maybe who else? Maybe Angel Garcia. He needs to come alive, because I told you there's no point staying in the gym all fucking year doing nothing. It was just staying in the gym, and you ain't getting yourself out there. I told you there's more to it than just being in the gym. You have to interact with people. Why hasn't Boots not been on this show to have a fucking interview? Why is Boots not? Well, I don't understand. This guy doesn't open his mouth. He doesn't. Closed mouths don't get fed, man. And you was talking on Adrian Broner before on Ness, man, about how hard it is. This is what I'm saying. Look how hard it is to become a 4 division world champion. Look how hard it is. But people don't give a shit about that. People shit and don't take heed into what guys like Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia, Leo Sanic, those guys. You know what I'm saying to you, 4 division world champions. You know how hard it is. Isak Cruz got one fight at 135 with Tank Davis. He done well in that fight. And then look now, nothing else ever since. It's so hard to be a champion. This is why I don't know why people delegate from becoming a champion. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. And as for that trash, shitty, bullshit PBC Amazon rubbish that they're feeding us at the start of this year, which is unacceptable, like I told you before, Ness, completely unacceptable. Why do they want people to pay almost $100 for something that we didn't ask for, something that we shouldn't be seeing, and something that doesn't make any sense? Can you please expand on that?
I mean, you ain't gonna pay the $100. It's just us Americans, unfortunately. You gonna get that shit probably part of your DAZN or your Sky package, but
Ooh, yeah. Champ level. Yeah, that's what I'm talking to you about, Ness, man. Well, real hardcore fans here, man. We deserve what we should get, man. Because you have guys like you know what I'm saying, other outlets that are putting in this work to hear our voice, to hear our voice, and put our fucking, we're the ESPN of boxing, man. We're fucking HBO boxing, man. We are. We should be getting, what's going on? Like, if it was up to me, Ness, I'll be having all-star weekends. Why can't we get an all-star weekend of boxing? Why can't we get that going, for example? It's February. We're coming into February. You know that all-star weekend is looming. You know what I'm saying to you? Why don't you get some eyes on these fighters, man? We've got a big weekend coming up. Teofimo Lopez, Jermaine Ortiz. You got Oshaki Foster, no Abraham Nova. You got the undisputed bout between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Where is this shit, man? Why can't we get an all-star weekend in boxing, man? We get a speed bag challenge. We get a body shot challenge. We get certain things going on, man, just to get these boxers more integrated with certain people, man. You get me? It just frustrates me, man.
I'm with you, champ. I'm with you, man. More is always better.
Yes, 100%, 100%. We can't complain we can't really moan with less things to really market about. You know what I'm saying to you? Bruce Ennis should be on cereal boxes. He should. Where's his merch? Well, I'm not even. I don't even. Does he even have merch? Like, what's going on? This is what I'm talking about. If these
Nah,
people are
I'm
put in positions.
sure. I'm sure he got some sort of shirts, but yeah, they not giving him the platform, man. Jersey Bob.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, you talking real good and hey yo, enough with this PBC trash, man. Yo, they trying to come on a new network with pay-per-view. They ain't a new network. And then they coming with old guys who ain't fought. It's bad.
People gotta stop saying Al Heyman's some genius businessman. He's not. He's a terrible businessman. How many networks he got to ruin before everybody see what the deal is? Like I said, if you starting a business, should your opening day be like, big production? He's coming with Laura. He's coming with Keith Thurman. I mean, and then people like he got a plan. What's the plan, Ness? What's his plan?
Burn the bridges down, baby.
I mean, he's going to ruin another network. He's going. I mean, don't everybody see it? He's going to ruin another network. The guy is terrible. He's one of the worst things for boxing, and people don't need to support this guy. Don't buy the pay per view. I said it yesterday. If he don't put Tank in with somebody good, I'm talking about the top guys. Don't support this guy. Get him out the business. Now, as far as Boots, I'm not sure what Boots is doing. And I don't know why he messing with what's his name from Showtime. Well, formerly from Showtime. I'm not sure. So you have to talk to his dad and see what their plan is. But like you said, man, he wasting his time. He wasting his years. He should have been fighting these top guys. So he needs to go somewhere. I don't know where. He got to go somewhere that's gonna get him some fights. Because PBC don't give him no fights. So he do need to move on. I don't know. He been called Devin Haney, man. Maybe he can beg Devin Haney for a fight, but he gonna have to find somebody to fight because it ain't looking good. But yeah, keep going, Ness. Keep staying on the PBC. Stay on him and let everybody know. They said, I like you said. What you say was for old time's sake. Keep that going. That pay per view that's a great name for old time's sake. But all right, that's it. Have a good night.
All right. Um, Next up, Mac from the Dre. Trey from the Trey. My bad.
Mr. Gibbs, can you hear me?
Yep.
I got a couple shout outs I want to give. First off, shout out to you, man. You really doing your thing tonight. You talking that shit. And you really have a good game every night. You put up 38 and 6 every night, but you score 70 today. I ain't gonna lie. I want to also give a shout out to Keith Thurman proving me wrong. I thought he was just talking shit, ducking people, but I guess at the end of the day, there was a method to his madness. I want to thank Tim Tszyu, give a shout out to Tim Tszyu for putting Keith Thurman into retirement. I want to shout out his detrimency, Scam Heyman, for starting off this year with a terrible card. Clearly, we're not going to get the same year that we had last year. So I guess we're going to start off with a toilet bowl. And I was actually excited. Some caller called earlier, and he said this would be a fun fight, and I agreed with him. I was thinking about going till I found out the title wasn't on the line. Now it's just like, all right, whatever. I don't even want to go to see the knockouts. But that's my call. Shout out to his detrimency, Cam Heyman.
All right. We got Hawk, Maryland. Hawk, Maryland.
That we had last year. So I guess.
Hello.
You
got me, Nat?
Yes, sir.
All right, yo, what's up, Nat? Okay. Hey, look, man, you can hear me clear, right? Okay.
Yep.
I gotta put out. Okay. I gotta put out some thanks, man. Now I'm calling in to thank Al Heyman like the boxers do. I wanna thank Al Heyman because he done made me go order me a stick. So now I get to take. I don't have to pay for pay per view when it comes on PBC. I want to thank, yes, for sure. I want to thank Al Heyman for showing Tank Davis how to become a superstar without ever fighting anyone of consequence. And I also want to thank Al Heyman for bringing Costa Tszyu from halfway across the world to fight somebody who really ain't fought 2 years. You know, we got to show our appreciation to Heyman for how he set up the fights that absolutely wiped Showtime off the map, which was a place I used to get a chance to watch my boxing. But I got to thank Al Heyman for that. I want to thank Al Heyman for that. And I want to thank Al Heyman for having a great champion on the side like Canelo to bring him around here to fight somebody who has a title named Jamel or Jamal Charlo, I don't know which one it is, but they kept the belt for 3 or 4 years. Al Heyman found a way to make this boy fight a fight, not even in the weight class to defend the belt, and he still has the belt. You got to thank Al Heyman for that. To show a person how to keep a belt for 3 or 4 years and never defend it, you got to thank Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? So I thank Al Heyman for that. And to bring Costa Tszyu over here to fight a dude that, I mean, basically we ain't seen. I mean, I guess we gotta thank Al Heyman for keeping old boxers' names in the spotlight. That's what I want to thank him for. Bring old boxers' names back out the spotlight, and for having the audacity to charge people for these fights, and to think that is actually a good thing to do. I got to thank Al Heyman for all of that. And, you know, we got to say bad stuff about Hearn, Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn just keep giving us good fights. We can't say nothing good about Hearn. You know, how Joshua, instead of when he lost, everybody just gave up on him. No, Eddie Hearn put that man right back in the ring. Now look where that man at. That man on top of the world right now. So, you know, all the thanks to Al Heyman for just halfway destroying boxing. And that's what I want to say. He's been doing his job. That's what he's here to do. And I don't know how he did it with Tank Davis, but that's the most remarkable thing, to have a dude in a weight class that he absolutely never fought nobody of consequence in that same weight class and become a superstar. We got to thank Al Heyman for that. And that's my call. But also, now I won't have to pay for PBC fights at all no more. And that's my call, and that's a great show.
That's crazy, yo. He got motherfuckers buying fire sticks, man. I mean, listen, it's only so long that we was gonna keep being abused like that, bro. That's what I'm saying. Some of these dudes, they into that shit. I'm certainly not. I don't like that. Don't do that to me. I'm good with the abuse, man. But we got there, everybody. We gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Catch me on the next one tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Next GTO, Arrivederci.